Howdy! What's going on? I tried before, and now we're trying it again. It's Justin slash JayBud, and we're doing another live stream party. Okay, so to reiterate, and because this whole thingy thing crashed before when I tried to make it all nice and use the back of my cam, but now we're using the front of my phone cam, boy. Um, and it's been a confusing time on my YouTube because everything kind of went downhill when I was suspended on another account. Yes. And we're actually doing. I just realized I don't typically do face stuff because I don't like to think about what I'm looking like while I'm recording. But here we are. Here we are. Another account of mine got suspended a while ago based on false suspension-y things. People were claiming that they owned something that they didn't really own. Um, and I didn't really care much about the account, so I was just like, whatever. But then YouTube was just like, well, actually, a year later, we decided that because that other account was gone, this one is gone too. But I could actually still access it on my phone specifically, so that's how I'm doing things now. And if I'm shaky, the phone is gonna be shaky, so I gotta be a little aware of that. Let's frame this well. Hello, everyone, and it is an absolute pleasure to see you. Frick. Okay, I gotta pull it up on my computer as well. So I'm gonna be kind of multitasking. It's gonna be a little trickier this time around, but I just wanted to hang out and chat because it's been a while, and I kind of wanted unwinds, which can maybe let you unwind. And I hate the title of the video that I gave this. Great. I also gotta mute this tab. Okay. Oh wow, it looks terrible. I am sorry. On my phone, it looks pretty good, but on my laptop, it looks terrible. Does it look as terrible for you guys? Maybe this fits the 420 aesthetic. Yo. Oh golly. Is it at least in how in sync is it? Okay. It looks like at least it's in time, but it doesn't look very good. I don't know. I don't want to touch anything because I don't want it to just end. But at the same time, look, I could add bubbles. I guess. Like what am I? These aren't the settings I need. I want the settings to make it look good. So I don't really know what this is doing for me. I could swipe comments away, but like, yeah. 144 Justin AU. I agree. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Heart you. I'm trying my best. I mean, if we want to put it this way, normally I have zero visuals at all. But again, I guess bad visuals are better, or no, sorry, are worse than no visuals. I mean, just oh no, the visuals are gone. Now I don't know. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna see what we can do. If it makes you feel any better, when I look into my cam, I think I look pretty okay today. So you just have to believe me on this. do I advertise this on Twitter? Do I? Okay. Right. Oh, it looks really bad, but that's okay. That's okay. It's about friendship. That's Clovis. We got Clovis around too. Usually he's in the freezer, and usually we surprise guests by going, "Ha! There's a guy in the freezer." Wait. Sorry. Gotta. Oh, that doesn't matter. Usually he's in the freezer, but I just wanted him to hang out with us today. Because he misses you guys. Clovis, a real stud. Good for his age. So I'm down for maybe the real video quality was the friends we made along the way. Yeah, woo-hoo-hoo. I made it. I'm down to just ramble on and on and on about whatever the hashtag audience has to say. I'm gonna ramble about whatever. I didn't really come with prepared topics today. I just I just wanted to just jump back to everything. I kind of wanted to complain about how YouTube kind of screwed over this channel for a while, and I could also always go through the suspension repeal program on my other accounts. It's so much work. Do I want to bother? Actually, you're gonna get a little reverb. I just kind of want to hear what I sound like right now. It does. You're gonna get a little reverb. I just kind of want to hear what I sound like right now. Okay. That's I'm fine with that. The audio quality's solid enough, so I could roll with that. So I'm down to answer questions, to ramble on about any topics you got in mind. Because what else are we gonna do? I was gonna say I wanted to complain about this YouTube stuff, but at the same time, I feel like I've rambled on enough about it to friends as is, and I'm not one to really complain all that much. I kind of just go with the flow as much as I can. um, I feel like this isn't the right place to vent frustrations. I keep a journal, and I kind of therapy myself. Like I'll type out an issue I have, and then kind of try to respond to it as though I was separated from the situation. It tends to work. I like to think that in another lifetime I'd be a therapist. Maybe the next one. That'd be good. Justin, what is your opinion on cats from Keiki? Lovely name. Okay, so I have a very complicated history with cats. Being that I'm allergic to cats, but I think they're really cool. I do fear them though. I feel like that they could conquer whatever they put their minds to. I don't think that we really have much in the way of survival against any kind of like big cats. Hey, line. He's a good boy. He's kind of just around. Like he's keeping me in check. That's the main thing here. I don't really know what to. He watches. I don't know what to do without him. This little soggy /D asks, Justin, I have a question. Is mayonnaise an instrument? You know, I had to do it. That's the meme, right? Good SpongeBob reference. Is mayonnaise an instrument? You could. Okay, well, what defines an instrument? That an instrument would just be whatever is capable of producing sound for musical purposes. So if you have a jar of mayonnaise and then you kind of just pound it in with your fist, it makes a like a squish noise. I think it's an instrument. I mean, really, you don't even need the jar. It's just with liquid, kind of just. I made a mess, but. Squish. Yeah, it's an instrument. Congrats. Even though I just realized on the video it probably didn't even show anything, so great. Wet bed for nothing. Justin, you're a precious being and you shall be loved. From Aggressive Pizza Productions. Thank you. Hearts, Justin Valid. IIPM6500. Knife voice plus toilet voice equals question mark. That's a lot of question marks. It looks like it froze. Did it freeze? Can you hear me? Oh no, it's not a flattering. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Oh, no, okay, so that's not flattering. How do you? I hope it's stuck like this for the whole live stream. That would be, woo! Excellent. If I flip it and then flip it back. Whole app is frozen. I don't heckin' know. So screw it. I don't care. The visuals mean nothing. Justin had to do it to us. The question was night voice plus toilet voice. So the tricky thing is, can I pull off a Taylor trophy? Not trophy. Toilet voice. Used maybe. Hello, Mr. Phone. The answer is no, first of all. Second of all, Mr. Phone. Hey, everyone, what's going on? I'm an actor. I can do things without breaking out laughing. If I hit enable flash... No, that just turns my cam on. Okay. Can I have bubbles still? Dance party. These stupid idiot effects. Justin Trophy voice. Okay. Gonna. uh, what's a good trophy line? The balls ones comes first to mind, but I want to say anything other than that. Um, um, go go jump off a bridge. Go frickin', it's not a voice. It's okay, but the tricky thing about doing impressions of voices, right? It's so many. So it's easy to do impressions of voices when you are frick this. I'm gonna be bothered by this thumbnail. It's not very flattering. Tricky thing about doing voices is when it's a put upon voice, it is so much easier to do. But when it's just someone's natural voice, that's tough to do. That's really tough to do because you can't just follow the same steps someone else does to get to that particular voice and then kind of just modify it from there. You got to tap into a natural voice. Cream these chumps and take the million. Actually, it's funny you say that though. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of jump out of this and just see what happens if I kind of come back to it. Heck. Yeah, I think we fixed it. I had to leave the app and come back, but we did it, I think, right? No, okay, we're back. We're looking wonderful. Thank you so much for the love and the support. And I think I was in the middle of doing some trophies. No, I was in the middle of about to talk about how, okay, so when season 2 was first starting up back in 2013, I was told by of course it's him. I was told by Nate Groff, the original voice actor for Balloon. I guess we're at a point in time when we were deciding that we could bring him back to the show, and we trusted him again after some crazy heckin' events. And he was like, "Oh, Adam was telling me that you're going to be the voice of Trophy." I was like, "Oh, wow. Oh, okay, Adam didn't tell me himself, but I believe you, Nate Groff, my hero." So there's a long period of time in which I was practicing, because I knew at the time that he's gonna be this buff jock kind of character. So I was trying to practice trying to do a Knife voice and a Trophy voice that sound different enough, and I think if that happened, Knife would have gone back to like old season 1, like extra gruff Trophy voice. Frick, extra gruff Knife, frick, whatever. And he was kind of "Hey guys, what's going on?" Which sounds terrible, IMO. But I mean, and then Trophy would have a smoother voice, like, "Yeah, hey guys, what's going on? I'm gonna cream these chumps and take the million." But then one day I'm like, "Oh, Adam, I've been practicing my Trophy voice, trying to just roll into it." And Adam's like, "What?" and then Adam clarifies, No. Justin Napolitano is playing Trophy." And I'm just thinking, Nate! Yes. So that was a tough time for everyone involved. I'm just gonna promote this heckin' mess of a stream. Is it looking better now, by the way? It is. I think it's looking a little bit better now that I reset it. It's probably a good thing I did that. I'm gonna promote this stream on Twitter and say, "Hey, friendos, gonna jumping back into streaming. Let's catch up." Is that too like bland? Is that like just a let's catch up? I can get. Do I make it more whimsical than that? Do I make it more? I gotta make it more exciting. You won't. Something that makes you feel you won't regret it. But they will. They absolutely will. That's the whole issue with the the Jay Rambles streams. It's just rambling. It's nothing. It's vapid. But I feel like it gets a good sense of who I am, which kind of might sound like kind of stuck up ish, like a self-absorbed. But I don't know, when I'm watching live streams, I feel like a priority for me is to try to, specifically when it's one person live streams, which I think are the most interesting, kind of get a sense of who the person is that I'm watching. I think that's what makes live streams interesting. That's why I prefer listening to live streams that are just one or two people instead of these big groups. Although those could be very informative as well. It's just, it depends on the setup. Let's try this again. Hey yo friendos, jump back into streaming. Do I just say let's go and try to make it cash? Like I don't want to be like begging for people to jump in. I mean, yes, I am. That's exactly what I'm doing by posting on Twitter in the first place. But hey, our friends is jumping back into the streaming. Let's go. 420 wholesome goodness. Right. It's. Okay, okay. When I put in the video title, I feel like you could tell better that it's a joke. But when you put it in a tweet, when there's a bunch of people that don't know you too well, they might actually think that it's like I'm gonna be smoking up the place in this video today, and that's how people talk when they get high. Hey guys, what's going on? How are you doing today? It's my pleasure. Hey friend, let's go for non 420 wholesome goodness. Yeah, okay, that gets the idea across better. And now I will jump back into looking at these wonderful comments. What I missed so far? And I'll also post a link on Tumblr, and then I'm done with this, and then I'm back to focusing on you beautiful people. Just since and then the thumbnail goes to the free screen that was up for a while. Okay, how do I not show that image? Okay, there we go. Live stream party. Okay. Just that audience is the one that knows me a little better anyway, so that I think that makes sense to do. Okay, now we're okay. I'm gonna catch up on the comments I missed, which I mean, not that there's an absurd amount like there was last time. I like this. It's casual. I can keep up with everyone. It's good. Okay, so I didn't miss this very important trophy suggestion line for a while ago from Miss Sparkle Bunny. So are we going with the trophy voice that I could have theoretically did if I had the part like I initially thought? Hey everyone, what's going on? The line was, yeah, I love men. Yeah, looks good. Looks way better. Yeah, okay, yeah, I agree. I think the video looks a lot better. It doesn't look amazing, but like, it's a live stream, right? You work with what you got. It's also the front camera, because when I try to do the back camera, which is higher quality, that's I automatically my phone's like, no, I can't handle this live stream. Shut him down. Justin does rad skateboard tricks. Come watch now. That's what I should have posted. Gil Shalos. I probably pronounced that right. I'm probably a genius. Sweetie Boos. Hey Justin, I'm having trouble seeing the stream because I have no internet, but I love you anyway. Heart you. You're amazing. Okay. Join now. Trophy gets killed. Okay, I'm close to catching up. Don't bring Toiler into this. He did nothing wrong. Knife and Grumpy at a party, and then something funny happens, and his laugh is just Justin laughing from IIPM. Please, I love Knife. Okay, sorry. I'm just reading comments right now. But once I'm caught up, we could roll back into talking questions and stuff. Okay, so this is a good one. Okay, so we have Alicia Noble, do you like OKKO? And I do really enjoy OKKO. I'm far behind though. How far did I make it? I remember I won't forget that the episode that I had up next was the animalistic / furry episode, which I'm saying weird mixed things about. But yeah, I know that's the one I had next. But I think it's a wonderfully fun and creative show. I haven't been keeping up with that. I fell behind. I was keeping up for a while, but I just I fell out of it. Not because there's anything wrong with the show. I just it's me. I have been keeping up with Craig of the Creek, which just started. I think 2 more episodes there today, but otherwise I've seen everything from that. That's a really good show. What else have been watching more recently. I finished the first season of This Is Us last night on a completely different note, talking drama, and that's fantastic. That is a wonderful show, and totally something I'd love to write. Just so I mean, I think with writing animation, which I do love writing animation, but every now and then I'm like, oh wait, the characters can't just stand around and talk. The purpose of animation is to do some fun stuff visually. And the drama format that I do enjoy is being able to just have. I just love listening to people talk, and I love replicating that in writing. But no, and writing has its own wonderful strengths. It's just you give and take. And Harvey Beaks, I haven't jumped back into it for a while, but that was the show that I was diving into. And made it decently far in that. That is in a wonderfully chill, nice, atmospheric show. I took that one a lot. Wait, let's see. Feel like okay, yeah, Justin, I freaking love you. Oh, you know I heard you too. Whoa. Hello to you too. Justin Valid, furry episode, yeah. And I'm Insanity, Steven Universe crossover. Who is who from IIPM 6500? Okay. I just saw a comment and not to be rude, but you mispronounced my name. It's Yalicia. That is a wonderful name, and thank you for correcting me because it deserves to be heard. Okay, and I'm Insanity, Steven Universe crossover. Who is who? Okay, so crossover things of that nature is tough just on the basis of you could work in the sense of you have one starter character and then you build off of that one first choice based off of their relationships in canon, or you could just go off of the much more the easy route of who reminds you of who without thinking of how they interconnect. And just for the I might just do that right now the easy way just because I have a limited time. If I had that on Tumblr, I'd take the time to kind of just. So obviously you get your Steven and Paper, and I'm not just saying that because I voice Paper, but like who nails that innocence in that same way. Maybe Suitcase, but no, I'm gonna give it Suitcase. Gonna give it to Suitcase. Steven Suitcase. Poor Sam. Okay, Steven Suitcase, and then Knife Garnet. That might work. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to go off of who's similar to who here and try to speed run it a little. Okay, just off the top of my head. And then we got Amethyst, who could be Light Bulb, and Pearl, Paintbrush. So Kedja is pristine and has a lot of flawed hair. Yeah, I know. I'll go Paintbrush on that. And then Rose. I want a Rose. Rose is Toilet. And the diamonds are the Purgatory Gang. Okay, nailed it. We gotta move on. I don't want to spend forever on that, especially when I don't feel like there's much to gain there. I mean, I could talk about how I interpret the characters, but if I'm gonna rush through it anyway, it's going to be very surface level interpretations. Okay, jumping back. Justin, when you say, "Oh, you know," earlier in II haunted me. Okay. Well, you know. Okay. Do you like? Oh, I missed one. Hey, okay. From Mahiana. That's not how you pronounce that. Do you like Broadway musicals? I can't say that I'm a genius when it comes to Broadway musicals, but I love Hamilton. I love Fun Home. I was about to say the SpongeBob musical, but I haven't seen that or like heard the majority of it outside the first song, which I really enjoyed. I'll see that this summer. I've seen a lot. But Wicked I adore. I listened through Waitress, that was really good. Be More Chill I know is coming to off Broadway soon, and that's a lot of fun as well. Listen to Dear Evan Hansen, that one's solid. Depending on aspects. What's his name? Rock of Ages on or off Broadway? That was solid. American Idiot I wasn't crazy about. Again, I don't know, on or off Broadway. Um, yeah, there were other things too. Great. I wish I could elaborate more on that. I do really love the musical format though. I've definitely seen a lot more musicals than I've seen plays. And I, the thing about me listening to music in general is I always prefer to listen to music that has some sort of level of context. So if you go on my phone, you'll be scrolling through a lot of television and movie soundtracks and musical soundtracks, well, soundtracks, or songs by people that I am familiar with on a more personal level or know the backgrounds of really well. Like it is hard for me to get into any sort of music that doesn't have any initial context or context that I create for it in some sort of sense. But I guess that goes for a lot of people. Like, you know, you listen to a song on the radio and you listen to it a bunch of years later and it brings you back, and there's your context right there. But and that works for me on some extent, but not to the deep emotional sense that I am looking for. Justin Illy no homo, yeah, of course. Duh. Me too, emoticons. I have to remind myself not to swear. Blah blah blah. Yeah. You do whatever you want in the chat. I don't care. I'm gonna. I don't typically swear unless prompted to, or it's in a script or something like that. But that's not because I'm against it. It's just not in my dictionary. I feel like Justin me saying hecking is so much more on brand, and that makes it a lot more fun anyway. Can't imagine Justin saying the F word. He's too pure. And I know I'm a little far behind now. I will die. I'm trying not to actually yell right now because I'm so gay. Full homo, but I'm completely gay. 5 question marks from without memes. Yeah. What else do you see right there? Okay, Justin, so valid. Okay, there's a lot of valids, and I appreciate that. I don't. I don't know if there's much in a way to reply other than thanks. I'm just gonna find things I could actually talk about. And you guys are great, and I appreciate you. Thumbs up. And then Ashley the Optimistic. Hi again. How's today? Today is pretty rad. I was with a friend earlier, helping him put together a video, and he's super duper cool. So that worked well. I went to career services at my school and worked on some good resume cover letter stuff in preparation for a trip to Los Angeles next semester. So that'll be fun, spending the semester there instead of Boston, and that's super duper cool. And then I come home and I get to watch some Better Call Saul with my friend who's watching for the first time. And watch a little Steven, went through a live blog on that. Anything else I can say about today? I'm doing this instead of doing laundry, and that's an issue. I got a little voicing done too, but that was quick. That was just touch ups. And AI voicing is done too. Well, I have to do some editing for some non-Justin people on that, but that's going really well as well. So II's on their way. That's going well. Happy I'm streaming. Happy you're here. Crying in the club. Knife Garnet real. Do you have any more impressions? I could probably do SpongeBob still. I used to be able to do April Fools. It's solid. Good morning, Bikini Bottom. I think I do the laugh a lot better than I do the voice. You gotta do the throat thing, otherwise it's it feels fun too. It's because there's a shakiness to it, but different vibrates. Yeah, feel free to kin Justin. It's you do your thing. I don't know, whatever. Hey Justin Volcano Claw Chapman, how's it going from Galax? Maybe I should have just kept the Volcano Claw name. It is pretty darn epic, if I do say so. If I say so myself, I still might break a heart or two. Yeah, Rose Toilet Real. Or I was actually, oh yeah, Rose is Steve Cobbs. Maybe that's even better. Steve Pink Diamonds? White Diamonds? I don't know enough about White Diamond to say, but I could imagine that working out. Um, just in slightly different context. Any ideas for new Me phones like SE and 6S from Ashley the Optimistic? I believe 6 has shown up. Sorry, 6S has shown up already, right? And the second Me phone to show up in episode 8 of season 2. If I got that number right, I'm pretty sure that's him. SE, I can't confirm nor deny. That's kind of my thing. It's that contract I pretended to sign. It's the contract that's pretend, not the signing that's pretend. I should probably throw that at. Mifone 10 voiced by Hatsune Miku. That's the Japanese anime musician gal that performs at concerts, right? I hear that's a cool thing. I hear that the boys think she's a hottie. Woo! I want you to drop kick me into the sun from Liam Liger. Yeah. Great. I don't want to kick anyone. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna no. Oh wait, it's an II line, season 1, episode 16. Stop kicking people! I think that's how people sounded back then, right? Nowadays it'd be, hey guys, what's going on? Stop kicking people! Ah! Why would you do that? A little too high. Whatever. Hey guys, what's going on? Yeah, that's better. That's what you get for not doing warm-ups. That's what you get. I'm a gay trans man in Paper's voice, and I'll give you one high five. Okay, I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna limit the character voice lines just for the sake of maybe I'll bring it up later. Do I want to say I'm a gay trans man in Paper's voice? I don't know. Maybe that's not appropriate for screw it. I die for you, Justin. Stab me with a knife, Justin. Why do we need a church for I'm just a guy. I promise. I'm just me. Just Steven. What episode's that from? It's from an episode. That's gonna bother me. I should know every line. Paper, SpongeBob, Paper and SpongeBob confirm. Kin confirms. SpongeBob Paper, Kin, Justin, Kin, Mira, no. Justin is Kin with me. You got Kins. Oh, sorry, Justin, you got Kins. That's an actual question from Kiki. I wouldn't say so. I would not say so. I could appreciate the concept of kinning from afar in any sense, so long as, I mean, if you're doing it with an actual person, I hope they're comfortable with it. I don't really care. But I can't say that I particularly find myself to be so compatible with a character that it's transcendence. And maybe that's a good sign that I have something of high like a self-individualization in my brainy brain. But also, there's nothing wrong with kinning, so do what you do. Consider this. Knife X SpongeBob from Kenny Core. What would a fan child sound like? Oh no, such opposite voices. How do you mesh that? Hey guys, what's going on? Hey guys, what you doing? That is violent. That is vile, rather, even. I mean, I was going for violent at first, but vile. Gamzee has something bad. Or, no, it's Gizmy, sorry. Get easy mix up. Oh, you're right. Ashley Optimistic. It's 6 and 6 plus XD. You're totally right. What is there such things as success then? Was it like 6 and 6 plus came out? Oh yeah, because 6 plus is the larger one that came out the same time as 6, so I guess 6S is something that came after. You got this. Am I talking to me or am I talking to you? I don't know. Let's try catching up. Justin doesn't understand heterosexuals from Gizme. Yeah, you know how it is. Justin can confirm Light Brush for me. I mean, have you seen 12? He really doesn't, and that's just gay culture. Justin, I want to meet you at the back of the Arby's and... Brian, I'm in a heckin' live stream. No calling me. I love you, but no. It's okay. You don't have to kick me into the sun. It's okay. Yeah, I know it's okay. I know not. This is shaking when I'm shaking. I know not kicking people is okay. You don't need to. You don't need to tell me these things. I'm an adult. I'm supposed to be an adult. Asterisk. Howdy. So, to Brian. Okay. No, I'm finding my place because sometimes this little thing messes up on me. Oh wait, I could pop out the chat, right? I could pop out chat. Okay, and then it's a lot easier to read all your wonderful comments. Okay. Okay. Now I can catch up. I think at this point, the IA critical members scared away all the people. So it's okay to say, yeah, it is. Paper gay trans, real, and loves kissing his boyfriend OJ. It's a positive thought. Positive thinking goes a long way. Just valid. Looks like I'm making more people watch you. Plus, you're somewhat almost halfway to 5K subs. That is right, Ashley the Optimistic. Do I deserve that? I don't know. That means I got like almost. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, almost halfway to 5K subs. No. I have 3.6. That's more than halfway to 5K. You know, when I was a lot younger, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get to 10,000 subs in 2 years, and that's when I signed up for YouTube at age 11, and it's been almost 10 years, been 9.5 years since I signed up my YouTube accounts. And back then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make the most epic Super Smash Brothers machinima. And actually, I thinking back to the projects I used to work on for this channel, I am still pretty proud of what I was able to come up with back then. But like, I am so about coming up with these big ideas, and I love doing writing and planning. But then like when it comes to actually having to like break out the machinima software, machinima being when you film with a pre-render engine, typically a video game, you use video game characters to film, and I was all the heck about that. Finding some of those is what got me into YouTube in the first place, and might be the reason I'm here right now, probably. But maybe I would have got through with Total Drama, and then following that to the Total Drama camps, and then to II. That could have still happened, maybe, theoretically. But breaking out the machinima equipment is what just became like such a weird, bizarre, lonely, and quiet experience. I would set this up and then break out the Smash Brothers hacks and do all these cool things with the camera, but when you're breaking a game, there's something about it it's almost creepy that engages you in this really bizarre, empty void. It was never a comfortable experience doing that machinima filmmaking. It was like lonely in a really profound sense. I couldn't keep up with that. And plus, it was just work that I was like, oh, I have this number of episodes planned, and I'm gonna roll with this. But then at a point, I was like, with the speed at which I do this, at my best, there's no way I'm actually gonna finish even season 1 of this project that I was thinking would have like 2 or 3 seasons. But I did have it all planned out. I'm pretty happy with what I planned out. I'm thinking comes first for me, but then execution. It depends on what I'm doing. That's why I would like to eventually one day just be a writer and be able to exist in this world, and then have people that actually enjoy the execution part do the execution part. I mean, that's what I do for II right now. Although I like to take on as much responsibility on that as I can. Let's get back to catching up. Do you know any Spanish songs? As I was saying, Feliz Navidad on my Tumblr once. Fan childs. That's fair. It's him, Thakmur, it's Todd, it's Trip, Todd Hart, Knife, but being cool, who's Todd, I can imagine. I was taking a nap. Oh, Strawberry, lovely. Lovely to see her. I should have said that. I should have said Todd. Yeah. Am I caught up? Oh, look, Brian joined the stream at a point after I sent him a link. I mean, I guess that's what one does. Justin, let me... Okay, so Brian writes to me on Skype saying, Justin, let me in through Google Hangouts. You promised. I did promise, but I don't need to type to you, hecker. I can just talk. No, because if you were here at the beginning of this live stream, which I should have been, I'm recording on my phone right now. I'm not actually recording through Google Hangouts. There's no ad function on what I am doing right now. I can't access Google Hangouts whatsoever right now. Not at least on my channel because of my other channel getting suspended like a year ago, and YouTube just now implementing this new rule that if you have one channel that's suspended, you can't access any of them. But I can access this on my phone for some reason. So I think I'm kind of working around the system in a way that I'm not supposed to be. And Brian did ask at a point, you're able to stream again. Yeah, that's why. There's a function on my phone that lets me do it, but I wouldn't be able to do it if I was on my desktop because I can't access YouTube on my desktop anymore because some people that didn't even own certain music said that they own certain music on a video on my other channel, and I got an automatic suspension like right off the bat without any prior warning, and I didn't do anything about it because I didn't really care about that channel anymore anyway, but now I'm facing the consequences. And then Brian, no, you can't join because I hate you, but also I love you, so congrats. Mission amount. Okay, at least we got to the mission point. Guys, I would love for Brian to join. He is lovely to have in live streams. Maybe soon in the future we'll do one on his channel because he could actually hold live streams on his channel. So what's stopping me from calling you on Skype and talking through your computer? Nothing. Just... I mean, you can, but we can't guarantee that it's gonna be good quality. No, I mean we can. We could give it a try. You guys want Brian? He's okay. Let's try it. Okay. We'll have to like volume check and all that fun stuff.
Hey, okay, let's see how this sounds.
Yeah. Let's do. Okay, I gotta make it loud enough. And then check out to make sure that the volume's hitting right. And then we get back to questions. You're going to be hearing a reverb.
It's been a long day. Hi.
Don't say anything.
It's been a long day. Hi. Oh no.
Don't say anything.
It's been a long day.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'll make it a little bit louder, but I think you're pretty good.
Okay. Okay, the echo's gone. Thanks.
Well, yeah, stop playing the video. Hey everyone, say hello to Brian. He's a fellow Inanimate Insanity writer, and he's had a long day.
A fellow writer. I consider myself the lead writer. Justin,
I did a lot.
Yourself.
I did a lot of 13 writing. I don't
know. I did a lot of 12 writing. I was kind of the lead writer of episodes 11 and 12 of season 2. I don't know. Did anyone like those? Oh my god.
No one liked them. No one liked them. No one.
I'm being very silly right now.
You've been silly all day. Brian's been off the wall as of late. I'm glad he's in the live stream to cement it.
Decompress. No, to decompress. That's why I'm here. I'm here to say hi.
That's why. Not to have a good time with Justin.
Yeah. And I'm here to rest my eyes and try to not read too many comments. But if you want to read some stuff out loud, then by all means.
I mean, we could
I do see one.
We could turn this into intellectually. There's a lot of hello Brian's. We could turn this into intellectually discussions where I just say
intellectually discussions. Yes. I was in the foundational episode of intellectually discussions.
You were. You did a fantastic job. Okay, so.
But you never invited me back. What was that about?
There's only 3 episodes.
Yeah, all 2 of the remaining episodes, you never invited me back, not once. This is our first time speaking since Intellectually Discussed episode.
Really? Yeah, I guess so. Look at the time.
I have to read this comment out loud, though. This is from Funky Kong. Brian, now that you're here, I just want to thank you so much for featuring the episode 12 analysis I wrote on your Twitter. Thank you for writing it. That was fantastic. Very apt reading of the episode 12 subtext between Lightbulb and Paintbrush. And you did a great job.
I'm sure I read it. Can you just remind me of which analysis that was, Brian? And the audience. Can you just give us the rough basics here? Yeah.
I think it was an analysis about alternate reality show episode 12 and the relationship between Lightbulb and Paintbrush, and an analysis of not only the Just Like Me song, but also the reprise and the lyrics of, I mean, well, they're not just like me, but how can we...
why should we ever try to be?
Why should you really try to be in this place we call reality? I'm forgetting my own lyrics I wrote. There you go. And basically what they pointed out was that the reprise gave the first the first Just Like Me song that plays in the episode in that wonderful animated montage. It gives it some context because it shows that, and this is the subtext that I intended as the writer, that the Lightbulb was basically just trying to find, people that were like her and weird and cool
Brian.
like her, but she doesn't need someone to be exactly like her, so you can find a great friend in gender non-binary Paintbrush, the C. And even though they're very different and they're on totally different wavelengths, to quote the line I gave Paintbrush, they still can work together and be an awesome team. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I wrote on the episode.
Oh yeah, well you did. I mean,
that was the entire purpose. We wanted to create a. We were very intentional about making a Paintbrush episode that, although it didn't feature Paintbrush heavily, was constantly trying to reference Paintbrush and keep their presence very inherent to the episode. And Lightbulb was constantly thinking about scenarios involving Paintbrush. And it is morphing Lightbulb's decisions along the way. And I mean, at a point, we actually had a morphed alternate reality Paintbrush in the episode to exemplify that. But I think we pulled that back a little, so it's not too in your face about it. We just wanted to.
That was my original intention, to have an alternate reality morphed Paintbrush be amidst the other alternate reality show contestants that you see. But it kind of then became it was too overtly obvious, the message, because Paintbrush was being like, "Hey, Lightbulb, whoa, crazy, hey, friendo." Friendo was a word that would recur throughout the episode.
It was friendo, then it was homeostasis.
Homeostasis was then because Lightbulb originally said in an early opening scene of episode 12, the one where basically Paintbrush says that they should try to work individually. Lightbulb was saying about nah, we should retain the homeostasis.
But then becomes gendered, and for some reason Paintbrush doesn't quite like that.
Yeah, exactly. Paintbrush doesn't really like that, and then at the end it becomes about maintaining homeostasis. So then at the end, there was a line when Paintbrush went through the portal, originally, that I wrote, where Lightbulb kind of knowingly says, homeostasis, after the earlier joking mention of homeostasis, maintain that homeostasis. Lightbulb just watches as Paintbrush goes through the portal, as you see in the episode, but instead he says homeostasis. And what I think we realized, and when Ben did that wonderful animatic for the closing scene of the episode, I think we realized it was better to just let that moment play out visually. And the reprise that you hear, the lyrical reprise, was originally going to play during those visuals, but we also it really became about just scaling back and letting that moment of the Baxter exchange kind of speak for itself. Baxter, I was so glad to get Baxter in there. I was the spearheader of getting Baxter in episode 12.
Yeah. I was also pushing for Baxter a lot.
I think you pushed for the exchange at the end.
Right. I was pushing hard on having Lightbulb hand it off to Paintbrush and have that being a parting gift and stand for a lot there. But yeah, I mean,
Michael Brazone came up with Baxter in Improv for episode 11. And then for episode 12, basically everything else with Baxter, the conversation that Lightbulb... I drafted so many different conversations of sort of the the scene when Paintbrush asks Lightbulb to, you know, kind of take a different path. And what became the key, honestly, after a while, was just inserting Baxter in there, because I realized we had a really cool ingredient that we had implanted unknowingly in episode 11, which was Baxter the Crab, and that was Lightbulb's way of kind of communicating and being cool and having a fun time with her crab friend. And that was a really great, Baxter provided a really great metaphor for sort of this whole idea of Lightbulb's different means of communicating with others, a means of communication that others do not understand. Paintbrush doesn't understand it, and then Test Tube doesn't understand it later. But the alternate reality show contestants that Lightbulb bonds with love Baxter and totally go gaga over Baxter, and that's what leads straight into the song. So basically, Baxter is then a way, it's a checkpoint throughout the episode, and we use it again, obviously, and I was very proud of coming up with this, the way that they get out of their little time travel paradox. So that was fun. Sorry, I'm rambling. Go ahead, Justin.
It's called Rambles, Brian.
There? Justin?
I was on mute.
Hello?
I am so sorry. I am
Good.
so dearly
well, you know what? I'm glad you were on mute, because it just let me talk for like minutes on it.
I was never gonna cut you off. Just that I wanted to check to make sure that you were sounding good while you were rambling. So there might be a little overlap for like 3 seconds in there. Although I wanted to bring up where was it? I Golden Pancakes was asking about what alternate reality Paintbrush would have been like and how it would have changed the episode if the idea had been cut. But I think that the interesting thing there is that about half the contestants during that timeline would have been original II contestants. That would have been right.
Yes.
So
yes.
So there'd be everyone would be Lightbulbified. Everyone would be pushed to this level where Lightbulb could relate to them on this much more personal, not personal. Cut that out. That's on a surface level. Could relate on a surface level. That's the key there. Not on a personal level. And when Lightbulb would talk to Paintbrush, she would get excited to converse and see Paintbrush act goofy and break out of the shell.
Basically, in high school, sorry to cut in again. In high school senior year, I basically pitched this whole episode to Adam when he was driving me back home after a day of high school senior year. And in the car ride back, which was probably about 5 minutes, I basically gave him the whole pitch. And I had to, like, once he got me back there, we had to then stay in the car, and I was still then kind of explaining all of it. And it was at this point that we had all the key... Baxter did not exist yet, but we had all the key beats of Lightbulb, then Marshmallow is missing, and Paintbrush is upset by this. So Paintbrush then basically says that they want to work individually, because especially after the teams break up and there's the merge. So then Lightbulb then goes back to episode 1 with Test Tube. They have a time travel adventure, and I think there were a few extra scenes showing the present day disappearing. Like there would be characters kind of like jumping around, and then like I think we would have like one character left being like, where's everyone going? And then realizing they're in like an empty void, and then going like, oh, and then they would like pop into nothingness. It was kind of like the, you know, sort of like the Alone scene from SpongeBob SB129, the Squidward thing. It was a little like that. That's what I was picturing. That boy, but it got a little bit confusing, I think, and the focus just needs to remain on Lightbulb Paintbrush and how Lightbulb Test Tube kind of reflected that.
And we need to keep the focus on Mike and Taco on their time travel adventures.
Oh, and Mike and Taco. Well, we don't want to talk too much about that because I don't know how much that's gonna, you know, manifest itself.
No, of course. We won't talk in detail about that, but we did bring up at least its existence in the live, right. The initial episode 12 live stream. Sorry, I'm also reading things.
Well, one other thing I was gonna say was that in regards to what we were saying about incorporating season 1 contestants in the alternate reality, we basically what I had in mind was a very hectic sort of entry scene where Lightbulb would then come in, see all the old contestants, everyone being very abrasive and weird. We would see a challenge take place. This was before we kind of were really leaning into the whole salt and pepper being dystopian rulers idea. Yeah. That was kind of something that Taylor brought to the table, and Adam as well. I think they kind of
right.
brought that forward. I was then kind of going more for just a sort of a sense of anarchic chaos of just all the characters kind of all saying like, "Hey, friendo, hey, what's up?" Me Phone 4 was still alive in this version. He was being like, "Hey, everybody, all right, here we go." Tyler Bungard even showed up at one point.
There was like I don't remember Me Phone being in there.
Yep. This is a really old draft, Justin. This was like my pitch draft of then like there was like
that was you were pitching it. You were pitching a lot of aspects of this episode to me. I remember when I must have been I was still in high school.
It would have been 2015. It was pre Inside Out.
Early 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, pre Inside Out. So I then had
Although we've had Lightbulb, just the mere concept of Lightbulb time travel adventures. That's been around since very early season 2. That was probably 2013 or 14.
Well, basically, I kind of Lightbulb and Paintbrush sort of Adam and Taylor wrote them in season 2, episode 1 as being very kind of friendly with each other, and I never really thought too much about juxtaposing those two characters, but I was kind of the one who spearheaded in season 2, episode 2, Mars on Mars, them butting heads and the whole conversation about like the rocket ship and like, just because test tube's a test tube, does that mean she's good at science? Paintbrush being like, well, that's not what I meant to say at all. What's not what I meant to do at all? Lightbulb, but people like you make me sick. All of that was all in there. I remember Michael Brazone was a little bit hesitant about it because he didn't want Lightbulb to come off as too unlikable. This was something that was lampshaded, to use a TV trope, in season 2, episode 1, when Lightbulb has the whole little exchange with Box about, you're pretty good at this non-interacting thing, how do you pull it off, trying to be nice, trying to be non-confrontational, all of that. But I kind of then pushed, and that's why I would be there for the recording sessions, to make sure all this Lightbulb, Paintbrush arguing, comedic gold, made it from the scripting stage to the recording stage, because Michael improvises a lot, and he's an absolute genius in terms of improv. He does a lot of really, really great work. He wrote a Modern Family spec script. He's hilarious. He does a lot of great work at I don't want to say too many details about it. I think he said before that he goes to Hofstra.
That sounds right.
If he hasn't said that, then that's not true. He doesn't. But he's really cool. He's an awesome guy.
Here's the thing. This video will be cemented in history. Like, we can make up whatever we want, and it probably in the history books of Brazone here, it's just what everyone's gonna remember it as. So we can say whatever we want.
He's also an NBA basketball player and an expert supermarket bagger. And I was there during the episode 12 recording session, which probably went on for like 2 hours. So I don't know. We were basically going back and forth of, we had the script, and then Brazone would occasionally come up with ideas. Like he came up with a lot of callbacks, like bringing back like but you can't be drowning and stuff like that, and really making sure I think Lightbulb's voice really can only come through once Brazone brings Lightbulb to life. But I really try to do my best to get Lightbulb there, like written on the page in the words. Oh, going back to what I was saying before about like the crazy vine challenge, that then Lightbulb would then be all for. Lightbulb would be swinging around through the vines. OJ, everybody would be all gung ho about it. Test tube would be like, what's going on? Pass out. The screen would go black. We would then wake up. We would be like in Test tube's POV. Test tube would open her eyes. She'd be like, where am I? It would be late at night. She'd be looking at what's going on, and there'd be a slip and slide party that Lightbulb was the leader of, and Lightbulb was like, "Hey, Tube, how's it going?" And then we would have then kind of a scene similar to the one that's in the final episode, where Lightbulb presents the toast that that was originally two separate sequences, but we kind of merged them into one.
We also had the hole in the wall challenge for 12.
Oh yeah, that was Taylor's idea.
Taylor was pushing for that, and that was back when for a while we were considering the idea of having past Lightbulb jump to the present, but I was pushing back on that a lot just due to the fact that
I think
the present would be gone, and we didn't want there to be a story in the present when the present didn't really exist.
Exactly.
And we're trying
what we had
to
was
be
Lightbulb
as
left,
understandable
sorry, go ahead.
for time travel physics as much as we could. But that was a fun challenge as well, just on the basis of, season 1 light bulb doesn't move and just so happens to fit in the cutouts in the wall, and that's the gag.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Lightbulb like left her season 1 counterpart there, and it was still and didn't move because like
Yeah.
as Test Tube points out in the episode, why is everyone so lifeless and static? So the static Lightbulb would just be on this like treadmill-esque contraption that would then be moving along, and Lightbulb would be passing repeatedly through a Lightbulb-shaped hole in the wall, while all of the other contestants were trying to then get through very, very difficult, impossible to fit through holes, and very frustrated that Lightbulb is seemingly able to excel at this task by sheer virtue of luck that all of the holes that they then go past on the treadmill.
And we could get some
shaped exactly like Lightbulb. Exactly like
we could get some
no
good paintbrush frustration in there over the fact, especially after they just separated, and it becomes a matter of Lightbulb could just do things and get lucky, which I mean is the same thing in the alternate realities timeline of, hey, paintbrush doesn't. I'm sorry, Lightbulb doesn't even need to try. I try.
I'm seeing Justin. I'm seeing some interesting comments right now about
tell me
why
something
did paintbrush get eliminated and why is Lightbulb still in the game, because Lightbulb apparently doesn't have any more of an arc, and that's kind of
Who says that?
That's interesting. I don't. I think Lightbulb does have more of an arc, and I think maybe in the future we'll see some more paintbrush too, even if not within the realms of the competition. Maybe. You didn't hear that.
All
from
right.
me. Well,
sounds like you're getting a little big-headed. Okay.
Big-headed? No. What?
My character still has an arc. I'm still going to give my character significance and not just do nothing with her. Okay, Brian. Yeah. What? Are you some sort of writer?
Reassure everybody. Oh, my fan is showing. I'm just trying to reassure everybody that. Oh, someone literally just said you can hear the fan coming into his voice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just trying to reassure everybody that.
Okay, don't. They should be living in fear, okay? That's what we do on Inanimate Insanity.
Lightbulb, you're never going to see Lightbulb again. Everyone's gone. Next episode has nobody in.
Shattered.
It's Shattered. Yeah, the next episode's called Shattered.
Heck. Yeah. I remember there's a point where someone just put out a fake list of future Steven Universe episodes, and the finale was called Shattered, and I was like, whoa.
Justin, I remember you made me into a Steven Universe expert. I remember.
Brian, what is
that was a fake episode? I thought it was real. I thought Steven was going to get shattered. No?
Hey, Brian, what's episode 132?
Does that mean season 1, episode 32?
No, it means episode 132, not according to Wikipedia, according to the writers.
According to the writers of Steven
Because
Universe.
Wikipedia does not take into account the mini-sode collections.
Well, I believe, according to Google, that's Lars's head.
Nope.
No?
Nope, that's 134.
So what's 132? Off colors?
No, that's 133! The trial, Brian! The trial!
The trial. Okay, well, I love that episode.
So you're not an expert, you told me, and you lied!
Justin, I haven't memorized the episode numbers. I'm sorry. You've memorized all of the episode numbers and all of the storyboard artists for every single given episode.
I did do that.
I'm almost there.
And the
I love Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service. I love that episode.
What number is that?
That was the first. Tell everybody why that's an important Steven Universe episode. Why that's a game changer.
You like even more than I do. I don't know why you're putting this on me. No, I think it's an excellent character. It's a really fun and creative character exploration episode. It does a lot better with Steven's empathetic dream possession-y abilities than I think they kind of do.
That's not why it's
no. I'm giving. It's a list. It's a list. But I think it's excellent character.
It's the first Colin Howard episode with Jeff Liu, Justin.
Yes, it is.
The first time Colin contributed with Jeff.
Is that
Jeff Liu usually contributed?
Okay, I thought we were talking about what was done, what was completed with the episode. It's significant, and that a storyboarder that lasted for like half a season worked on it. Not a half season. It was a full season. It was midway through a season and a half actually. Yeah, I'm cutting it too short. It was the second half of season 3 and then all of season 4 and the newest episode, Letters to Lars, Colin Howard. Yes.
I think the Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service episode is one of the best episodes of Not just animated television, but television that I've ever seen.
I'm really glad that you, with this opinion, asked me to explain why the episode is so good. Go ahead, Brian. Tell the audience why Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service is so good. Episode what, Brian? Episode what?
Justin.
92, Brian. 92.
Episode of the 13th episode of the third season of Steven Universe, and the 91st episode overall, right?
It's 92. You're...
fine.
Because you're not taking into consideration the first minisode collection. Come on, Brian.
Okay, well, let me just get into why.
That's what the crew. That's what the crew wants, and that's what I'm gonna do for the crew. That's what I'm giving.
Okay. Here's why it's one of the best episodes of Steven Universe, one of the best animated television episodes ever, and one of the best television episodes ever. Because every single frame of that episode is important to telling the story. Every single one. You could see the beat sheet that was shared on Twitter by Colin Howard, and all of the notes that are like handwritten on the sides of like Steven, like with his fancy looking table and the pizza that he makes, and all the relationship beats between like Kiki and Jenny, because we don't really know too much about Kiki and Jenny and their sisterly relationship prior to this episode. It's only tangential.
We get Jenny's interpretation, but never Kiki's.
Exactly. We've never really gotten too much in the way of Kiki. So it's also very difficult because it's in the midst of season 3, and there are a lot of really important things happening in the series, but like with the Jasper arc,
which hasn't started yet.
Peridot,
well,
all the Jasper arc hasn't started yet.
Peridot arc, the main section of the Peridot arc has ended come that point. And Jasper has not come back yet after Super War.
Did we get
that's in a section of episodes where we are back in Beach City. Like Stephen Floats happens, and we're just in this midway through season 3 arc of just Bordy episodes, because we had it was Stephen Floats and
Mr. Greg and Too Short to Ride already. Though.
Yeah, those were the two. Is those two, and then New Lars, Beach City Drift, Restaurant Wars, Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service, and then the episode after that, we start getting back into the plotty stuff with Monster Reunion.
Mr. Greg and Too Short to Ride are also two of the best episodes.
They're fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
And but they're two of the best episodes because, of course, they're two of the best episodes because Mr. Greg is the culmination of the Pearl Greg stuff.
Done well.
Too Short to Ride is a Sortie Squad episode, and it's a Peridot episode, and it's like provides all this really insightful social commentary about tablets, and it was really what I find so innovative about that episode is that it doesn't try to condescend the usage of a tablet. Peridot does at one point mention it's all that I am, but the point isn't that Amethyst like throws it away and breaks it. The point is that Peridot simply has a different way of, kind of like looking at the world and excelling, and that's demonstrated through the magnetic powers that she first demonstrates in that episode that I would really like to see more of in the series, by the way.
Hey,
but
Brian,
we haven't gotten too much more of it yet. But yeah, Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service rolls around, and that's an episode that's basically it's a Beach City episode. It's a towny episode. It's an episode that doesn't have anything really to do with the overarching story, at least on a surface level. It allows us to see more of Steven projecting himself into other characters' dreams, which is a really important detail of the show because it's about Steven's empathetic quality.
And then we get an apology, like right off the bat to Kiki to show that he feels the repercussions of New Lars. I just want to pause because my roommate who's away right now goes by Valkyro. I never knew how to pronounce that, Vincent. Also, his first name Vincent. Threw a jab saying, "I bet Jasper's going to come back at the end of season 4." I lost a bet. I really thought Jasper was coming back. And I'm at this point in the show, I'm like, it's gonna be a while. But like,
hey, Justin, Jasper is back in that anti-bullying ad that Cartoon Network made, right?
What ad?
Oh, the anti-bullying one.
I thought you said. I thought you said annoying ad. I was gonna have a heart attack.
Anti-bullying. It was a
yes, it was a great video, and I love it. I love Jasper. She's beautiful. Has
that been, because I remember when you shared it with me, is that public now?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
it was made unlisted and privated by Cartoon Network, so I didn't want to talk anymore about it if they've taken it down, but it is public.
It's like the first of 6, I believe. 6 things that they're doing, and they have like an original song and music video coming out for that anti-bullying project.
Network.
I mean, they got to do something while Steven's on a lengthy post season 5 hiatus. I guess
You know what? Another one of my favorite Cartoon Network campaigns was, Justin?
What was it, Brian?
Trick or Treat for UNICEF. Do you remember that one?
Of course I remember that one. I played the Kids Next Door game of that nature plenty of times on the Cartoon Network website back as a kid for hours and hours and hours. And I didn't even comprehend at the time what UNICEF was. I just got a good game.
I was getting some nostalgic flashbacks recently, and I was looking at old Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends clips. A lot of the stuff from House of Blues, not BLUES, BLOO apostrophe. The pilot.
Really
the
makes you
movie.
think.
Remember that one? Remember how different Blue was? Remember how nice and sympathetic he was in the earlier episodes?
You could also argue he was kind of bland back then, so maybe.
But oh gosh, it was such a good pilot movie.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
remember they have that awesome part where the Wilt is sewing Mac and Blue around Foster's for the first time, and they have that one part where Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls is sewn, and Wilt makes a comment about how sometimes kids are really uncreative these days, and they just dream up what the characters that they see on TV, and then we cut away to something else. And I remember thinking that was like the most clever thing ever when I saw that as a kid. And Foster's and what Lauren Faust and Craig McCracken and everybody did with that show was just absolute utter genius.
They were both confirmed to be working on new shows that haven't been titled yet, right? I feel like Craig and Lauren different shows, but
I
love them
I
both
need to see
so
more
dearly.
Over Yonder.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of that. That's on me.
MLP FIM, of course, I've been an avid follower of. I did see the movie in theaters. I went because it was the first 2D animated movie in theaters since Winnie the Pooh in 2011. It was the first.
I was considering seeing it, but I don't know. My good friend Digi told me that I don't know what he said. You watched it more recently than I did. It was in a
Procrastinators podcast. Yeah. Basically, all the old brony analysts were talking about how the movie wasn't really like an accurate representation of what made the show good. Digi liked the first 15 minutes or so because it was reminding him of what the show was like, but then the rest of it he didn't really like watch actively and was just kind of like with his girlfriend and wasn't really then focusing on watching the movie too much. So I don't know if anyone in that stream like actively watched the whole movie, but I mean they did really intricately discuss it, and their criticism of it was very fair. But I always enjoy Mr. Daniel Ingram's songs, and I found a lot to enjoy, especially kind of like the ending and what they did with Tempest Shadow and sort of the arc that they had about like a lot of people have talked about how it's sort of a metaphor for disability and ostracization of kids with disability, and it's pretty cool how they have a flashback song where it's not then sugar-coated that kids isolated the villain of the film, Tempest Shadow, and that's kind of what made her into the antagonist. And as always in MLP, the day is saved by our female protagonists showing empathy to each other, while we have the male antagonist being really kind of like gruesomely and defeated, and it's pretty awesome, I have to say. Very subversive, very cool. I really like the ending moments between Twilight and Tempest. I think they did a pretty good job with the movie. TBH, but that's just me. That's what I think. I see someone saying Tara Strong's to be on II. It's like a cameo or something. If Tara Strong was ever in Justin, can I tell you a story about Tara Strong?
Absolutely
From
not.
the day we were at Comic-Con together. No. It was. Oh wait, no, you were there. It was during that Let's Be Heroes.
Oh yeah, I think I was sitting right next to you.
You were sitting right next to me, and there was a lot of really cool stuff that was shown during that panel. But the most moving moment that I felt happened was, do you remember when there was the girl who cosplayed as Rarity that then was online to then talk to the panel? And
vaguely.
She was talking to Tara, and she clearly had been like rehearsing a question, and it was like she was like a teenage girl, and she was kind of getting very emotional while talking to Tara, and like she was doing her Rarity impression and was asking like, "Oh, want to dress, darling?" And Tara was doing the Twilight voice, being like, "Yes." And then the girl, she started crying, and Tara, because she's amazing, got up from the panel desk, walked over to her, and gave her a big hug. And I think that was sort of like the last question of the panel. And
yeah.
Tara, I had watched so many videos of her previously, and I knew how awesome she was, but in that moment I got to see it in person. And that actually, once I saw that happen, that's what made me see the MLP movie in theaters later that day. Because I was like,
I feel like you're gonna see it anyway.
I was gonna see it anyway, but that's what made me be like, I need to see this movie in theaters today and support Tara Strong and awesome voice actresses and awesome creators. And yeah, Tara's great. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. Everyone knows how great Tara is. So
I'm just gonna roll through my sort of roommate Vincent's questions real quick because they're all cursed. Just give me 1 second, because first we have Justin. Are you excited about Reverse Blue season 16? 15 was but 16 it seems like the previous season's going 100% all out, and it's actually kind of intriguing. It seems like he's going all out in Bizarrety, which is kind of weird because all the best stuff in the show is like all dramatic in action. But
what's going all out on the Bizarrety? It's Steven Universe that they're saying.
I was trying to lightning round Vincent's questions, but if we want to linger on this for just a moment, so Red versus Blue, right?
Oh, Red versus Blue. Sorry, I missed the keyword.
My old favorite show from a while back, the previous one.
All of Red versus Blue. How many seasons? How many?
You've seen all 13 and a half seasons.
Oh, Justin, that's a lot. I'm a pretty good...
No, Brian, you haven't seen all of season 14, and you missed 15. And
Mr. John Graham is doing another season of
Arby and the Chief. Arby and the Chief is fantastic right now. Arby and the Chief is doing wonderfully right now. And if you want to hail him and shit about that, is where you want to go.
Yeah, I'm not caught up, but that new season premiere, like the hour and a half movie premiere of the true final season, was glorious. Very well done.
Yeah, I won't give anything away for that, but that is really incredibly well put together. Not super age appropriate for everyone here, but it's quite so. But so I wasn't.
It's real. It's 2001 inspired. It's pretty clever. But
for a few episodes, it's the first arc of the season. But for Red vs. Blue, I wasn't crazy about season 15, but it based on the first episode of season 16 that came out about a week ago. For at least for members, I guess it'll be public on the Rooster Teeth site tomorrow, Sunday. Probably someday.
What was that awesome arc with the one that was kind of like almost Kill Bill style?
The Mercs, the mercenary
the human
arc. Is the 3-episode Merc arc in season 14. That was really, really well put together. I tried to show Mitch that. He was not digging that.
Really? Why not?
Because it's okay. Mitch being a prior sweet mate of mine that goes to school with me, excellent guy, very strong opinions.
Don't we all have very strong opinions?
You two, I want you and Mitch to have a conversation because I want you two specifically to have a Star Wars conversation. That's what I want.
A Star Wars or a Star Versus?
Either. But I was gonna say Star Wars Last Jedi because you could.
Oh, why? What does he think about Star Wars: The Last Jedi?
He thinks it's worse than the prequels. So I want you guys to have that conversation.
It's the best Star Wars film. There, I said it. There, everybody, go ahead. Sound off in the comments.
Sound off in the comments below. Tell me why I'm a jerk. Just to wrap up, I was saying.
You guys want us to talk about Star Wars or Star Versus? I was seeing people wanting us to talk about Star Versus. I'm not caught. The last episode I saw, I won't go into detail, but I saw the photo. The photo booth episode was the last one I saw, and that one was great, legendary episode, so cool. Love the Alex Hurst involvement, and I mean, without giving too much away, it's a great culmination of everything that had been built up till then, like a lot of the best Star Versus episode do. The season 2 finale and Bon Bon the Birthday Clown being quality examples of what that show is able to offer.
Bon Bon's easily my favorite of the show. But I dig the relationship drama so much. I think everything with Star and Marco together is like the best that the show has to offer. I wasn't as crazy about what they did relationship wise in 3 compared to 2, but it's still strong, and I still really enjoy it.
So wait, what did you say? Bon Bon was your favorite Star Versus episode?
Easily, absolutely, yes.
Mine too.
Woo!
That episode is absolute perfection. I remember us geeking out about it when it came out. That's the turning point of the show. That's when it becomes not only more personal, but also the supernatural element kind of comes more into the forefront. And it all marries together in a perfect 22 minutes. That is wonderful. The way they incorporate Ludo into that episode is unforgettable.
It's sudden, but there's a lot of excellent build up for it, and the timing was perfection.
Gosh, so good. I mean, Just Friends is great as well. But I think the stuff you were saying about Star and Marco and the relationship, what I do appreciate a lot about season 3 is that there's really been a big effort in terms of making it more overarching story focused. We have spent a lot of time on Muni, a lot of time away from Earth, and they've really defined this as Star's show. And we've had episodes where it's Star and Tom kind of then like doing stuff, and we've had we did eventually get an episode just about Marco at home on Earth and his relationship with Jackie and sort of then what comes of that. But I am of the mind that I would like to see maybe a little bit more of Marco's side of the story. Sometimes I want to see a little bit more Kelly, but maybe the new episodes have that I haven't seen yet have gotten into that.
4 episodes behind, right?
The Lake Lava Beach episode or whatever.
Lava Lake Beach is the best of season.
I think that Kelly into that one was great.
That's the best of season 3. And definitely Kelly at her best. And it's a really fascinating study on what Marco has on the opposite, basically the flip side of Bon Bon the Birthday Clown, but a very Marco version of the issue presenting in Bon Bon. And Kelly has a very, very mature solution to the issue there. And then it's
the song as well is really cool. It kind of reminds me of how we incorporated Just Like Me into episode 12 because it's a short, quick, very economically paced song that gets across the relationship woes that Marco is going through, seeing Star and Tom, being in an intimate relationship on the beach, and how he kind of then feels about that. I think it's very well done. And Star versus Darren Nefke, Eden Scher, Adam MacArthur, everybody. Love it. I've been watching since early season 1. I remember I tweeted Adam MacArthur about how catchy the theme song was, and he liked it. Adam's really fun on Twitter. Not our Adam, not Adam Katz.
Not the Adam Katz. Yeah, he's not crazy about it, but
Adam Adam Katz is not caught up on Star Versus, right? So I would not take his Star Versus opinions very seriously.
Whoa! We're talking about Adam Katz here, Brian. You can't talk down to that name.
Right. That's what I have to say about Adam Katz. You could quote me on that. He's watched more of Eden Scher's amazing performance as Star Butterfly in Star Versus the Forces of Evil before he, has any more nasty things to say about that genius Disney XD show that I'm sure he would detract whatever criticism he's made of it if he caught up on the episodes. Because I think he's only really seen season 1, but I could be wrong on that. I think maybe he's seen a little season 2.
Brian, I can't access the chat or sign into my YouTube account on my computer because of the obvious itch. Are you able to ban people from the chat? If you... Did I ever give you access to ban Valkyro from the chat?
I can block Valkyro.
That's a personal block. That doesn't count. Never mind. Screw it.
Okay, never mind. I won't do anything. Sorry, everybody.
You're right. I was gonna kill him.
Ryan Johnson's genius work on creating the greatest Star Wars movie ever made, and there you go.
I'll invite Mitch over, and then the next live stream of this channel will be Brian versus Mitch debate of the ages.
Oh man, about Last Jedi. All right, so
we'll have you. Look, also, Mitch quit on Star Versus. Mitch quit on Steven. You could debate those as well.
Mitch seems to quit on a lot of things.
Maybe
he should give the entertainment he watches a fair chance.
He does. I think he does. It's just. Mitch is the kind of person who is on a constant search for the perfect media, and he will only take the best. And I think he get a little nitpicky sometimes, and this is not me talking behind his back because I tell him these same things all the time.
What does Mitch think about the Legend of Korra?
Basically the same opinions as me. I would say. We watched during the time I've known him, he watched books 3 and 4, and we were actually I basically forced him to watch both. Book 3 he really enjoyed, and then I was like, but Mitch, you
love book 3. Oh wait,
actually, you have to watch 4 so we can talk about it. He's like,
book
but
3 is the great one though.
Yeah.
Book 3 is the really great one, and Justin and I see eye to eye on this. But a lot of people really gave book 4 the critical praise because I guess it was more Game of Thronesy and more familial conflict-y.
Yeah. Okay.
But which Game of Thrones isn't really. I really follow that show. I haven't really given it a fair chance. I watched the pilot and I watched
the pilot.
I don't really know it's a lot of graphic violence. It seemed a bit gratuitous.
I'm okay with that. I will say Game of Thrones episode 1, I was just kind of bored. I wasn't getting anything out of it. And I'm told that you just gotta keep watching. I mean, which I guess goes for a lot of shows. But by
the way, that's why I'm coughing a bit.
It should grab you for like a 40 whatever minute episode. It should grab you in one episode. If it's an 11-minute episode show or a 20-minute episode show, like I could give it more than one, but Game of Thrones, it was not grabbing me. And then we got confirmation that's kind of dry.
I don't usually watch too much hour-long programming unless it's Vince Gilligan's Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or something like that. I use or Gallivant or the wonderful Dan Fogelman.
Well,
so Dan Fogelman, the creator of This Is Us, also created Gallivant, a wonderful 2-season series that has many songs from Alan Menken, the Disney composer, the one that did Beauty and the Beast songs and like a bunch of really cool stuff with the late great Howard Assman. Gallivant is a great 2-season show that you can watch on Netflix. It's all on Netflix, right, Justin?
Oh, that's right, Brian. You're thinking.
Thanks for reminding you. But what then? We didn't plan any of this. I'm just saying things.
Yeah, we didn't know you were gonna be here. Which I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
Thank you. 40-minute programs. There's a few more. But Breaking Bad / Better Call Saul. Saul's airing right now. This Is Us, obviously, which is again finished season 1 last night. I was talking about This Is Us a little earlier. Finished season 1 of that last night, and I only cried like twice last night over 4 episodes, so I feel pretty strong
about how awesome the pool episode is and the Thanksgiving Pilgrim Rick episode.
I got to watch Memphis.
Justin's not up to Memphis yet though.
No, I did. I know. Brian, you're not listening to I texted you this morning. I texted you last night, you hecker.
I'm sorry, I was sleeping. I missed it.
But then you wake up. You wake up. That's supposed to happen.
I'm sorry. Oh, I have to address this comment from Acrylic Sign, which says, "Hey Brian, I've seen you spamming the SpongeBob musical and praising across your Twitter. Have you seen the Mean Girls musical yet? I'm mostly wondering." So I have seen that. By the way, I should say, if you haven't noticed, I'm a huge fan of not only SpongeBob but also the SpongeBob musical. I've seen the show in 2 off-Broadway previews and 1 official Broadway performance. So I technically the 3rd time I went was with my great friend Dee Cashin, the voice of Marshmallow. I think they may be in the chat right now.
Yep.
We had a wonderful time. We put out a little Twitter video of us doing our fan and Marshmallow voices before the show started, and the really nice usher who was showing us to our seats, I think, was very confused about the silly voices we were doing, but we made sure to stay very, very quiet and respectful when the actual show was
very, very loud and in character, and also D says love you.
Aw, love you too, D. But yeah, we had a great time at the SpongeBob musical. SpongeBob SquarePants the musical is currently on Broadway. I sound like an advertisement. Ethan Slater's performance is wonderful. But to answer the question about the Mean Girls musical, I've seen the SpongeBob musical has done several tie-ins with the Mean Girls musical because it just recently opened on Broadway. Mean Girls musical being the adaptation of the Tina Fey, probably some other people worked on it as well. Movie, the cult following movie. Have you seen Mean Girls, Justin?
Yes. I saw the movie. I'm a genius. Yes.
Yeah, so I have not seen the Broadway musical, but I've heard great things about it from my friends at NYU around the New York area. I've been hearing some really positive buzz about it. So no, I haven't seen it yet, but it's definitely something I would be open to seeing. Sure.
Hey Brian, you want to be more chill after this live stream?
Be more.
You're on live stream, so you gotta say yes. Otherwise,
sleep. It depends on how long this live stream goes. Be More Chill being the amazing show with a lot of beatboxing that Stephanie, it's HSU. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Yep.
Who plays Karen in the SpongeBob musical? She was then in Be More Chill. Did you know that, Justin?
Yes, I didn't know this, Brian. And then that's why I was talking to Ben not too long ago, and he's like, "That's why I don't think I'm surprised Brian hasn't seen the show yet, because that should have sold him already."
I have seen that awesome animatic of Taco and Microphone doing
the Pitiful Children. Yep.
The Pitiful Children, and I've heard all the beatboxing of the beep bop boop beep bop boop beep bop boop, and there's a lot of in the SpongeBob musical you can hear Karen doing some beep bop boop bop, and I think it's supposed to be a reference to.
Yeah.
No, it's not supposed to be a reference to the SpongeBob Beep Boop Bob. It's supposed to be a reference to Stephanie's history in Be More Chill, I think, and the beatboxing from Be More Chill, I think. That's just my educated guess based on the thorough research I've done about SpongeBob musical.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing if you think about it.
It's a great musical, and why haven't you seen it with me yet, Justin?
Because I'm doing it this summer in a few months.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's go together.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh yeah, okay, let's do it.
Yay!
Yeah, you know what? Let's go with Ben. Also, I think that's a fun idea. Let's go with Ben.
Brian,
and,
that's the plan. Brian, that's the plan.
Let's go with Pete over the summer. I was Facebook messaging him.
That Pete, I love that Pete. I thought you meant your roommate at first. I'm sorry. No.
No, Peter Mancuso cannot come. I've already seen the SpongeBob musical with him. No, Peter's great.
Who haven't you seen it with?
Nobody. Oh, just you, Justin. You're the only person who I haven't seen it with. You're the one holdout.
It reminds me of an II joke that was cut.
Which II joke?
Everyone's seen it but you.
What was that?
I don't want to get into specifics, but it's one character that finds out that that they're the only ones that haven't seen something.
No. Okay.
I'm the one that's censoring myself. You can't no me. Like, you're the one that's asking for more information. That's you. That is on you.
That is on me. That's on me. I'm sorry, everybody. Hey, you're the one who said you thought of a deleted II joke. I didn't realize that it could be a potential spoiler because I didn't realize.
Well, then I'm not getting into specifics for a reason.
Yet. Is Paper enjoying life? What has he done recently? That's an important question from Ness Santos. What do you think, Justin?
He's been miserable.
Miserable?
No. I dug too deep into my psyche there. No, Paper's been having fun. There's been some organized events at the hotel. He's been participating. He's been a little competitive, and I've been thinking on this a lot lately. Yeah. I can't get into more detail than that, of course. But
okay, fine.
Yeah. A big part of the hotel life is you gotta find something to do, right? Because boredom is what fuels all pain in life, right?
We have talked about the deleted alternate episode 11 challenge, the rock paper scissors one. We have talked about that on a live stream before. The one where Paper would have participated in a guest appearance, and Rock and Scissors would have been aware of Paper's history as like a champion wrestler,
from
which they know out of
1.
context, and they aren't aware that it's Paper's evil Paper alter ego that was then so tough and strong. So they're really scared about facing Paper in this boxing ring, while all the other contestants have to basically do this underground betting pool about who will win, rock, paper, or scissors, the ultimate fight. And instead of the Bucket Brigade, it was going to be a similar storyline of Knife teaching Suitcase how to make her presence known as a result of like kind of the betting, and the bet that Suitcase makes would have been the substitute for kind of like the vote that Suitcase makes for Nickel, kind of, sort of, I think, was sort of where my head
was. I mean, it would be plotted a lot differently earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
So, I mean, does it hold that same weight? Who's to say?
Nah, I'm glad. I'm happy with what we settled on.
Hey, can you read the newest Valkyro comment?
I appreciate Brian's passion despite not knowing about the things he speaks of. What does he mean? Not knowing, or what do they mean? I don't know. Valkyro's
he
pronoun. He. Okay. What does Valkyro mean that I don't know about the things I speak of?
I don't know, some shark thing probably. I don't know.
Shark thing.
Who's to say?
They don't watch II. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't know. They're probably not.
Brian, I read the comment the same way you did at first.
Oh.
Of the making, because the first time I read it, I realized shortly after, but I thought he meant like that you didn't know what you were talking about. Since
Brian voice crack. What does he mean? Thanks.
What does he mean? And I'll get back to you on summer plans later. I'll jump on that.
Are people asking how Trophy's doing? Let's not answer how Trophy's doing. I don't think the fans care about Trophy.
No, really. I don't know. I hear a lot about Trophy all the time.
No, I don't.
And in the way of questions, people. No.
Oh dear. I
look what you did. This is on you. Stop talking. D.
Doing great, everybody. Is that fair enough? Can we move on?
We might, if we talk, we'll talk about it. Well, he certainly does not know.
Hero says, I certainly don't know what I speak of when it comes to The Last Jedi. That's all right. I don't need to talk anymore about The Last Jedi right now.
You barely did. Not to say that we want you to.
Yeah. Everyone's saying that they love Trophy so much, please. Hooray, hip hip hooray, Trophy, come home. Trophy is home at Hotel OJ.
Well, does everyone see it as a home, Brian?
I don't know, do they?
You have to. Maybe we'll explore. Maybe we won't. I can't say these things. Otherwise, I'll get fired on the spot. I will be ejected from the seats. I'm actually in I Productions, yes, Animations.
I'm an undercover II cop right now.
No.
You're fired. You're fired. It's official. What? Get out of here. Never. We'll find someone else to do those knife and paper voices and that magnifying glass voice that you seem so proud of. We'll find somebody else. Okay. Pack your bags. Get out of here. It's tribal council. It's the end. Snuff your torch. Get out of my sight. I'm sorry. I forgive you. Come back, Justin. No, I didn't mean it. Justin, come back. No. What did I do? Justin. Justin left. Oh man, guys, I really messed this one up. Yeah. I'm really sorry. This is Justin's stream, and I made him leave. Look what I did. Oh no. Well, I guess it's my show now. All right. Well, forget Justin. Okay. Hey, everybody.
Just like that. Like that.
I mean, not.
That was a test. You failed. You're supposed to have loyalty. What the hell? Heck.
Justin.
No.
Did you just not say heck?
That was lying.
Did you just say? I can't even repeat it, Justin.
Is Clovis?
That was a bad word you just said. You're going to the bad place. Let's call a train. Bad Janet. Yeah, what's up? You fat dink. Oh, hi, Bad Janet. Yeah, can you send Justin on a train to the bad place? Oh, right. You can't just
send me on a train. You have to get me onto the. You can't just train me.
Hey, Bad Janet, can you come back here? What up, you fat dink? Oh, hi, Bad Janet. Yeah, can you escort Justin to a train headed directly to the bad place? Sure thing. Okay, now, Bad Janet's gonna escort you. To a train going straight to the bad place. On NBC. Okay. Straight to the bad place. On NBC.
All right, next question. Sorry, I was checking for audio quality. I was letting you role play, do your thing. Brian, what are you doing?
Hey, listen. I'm writing a 15-page paper for my human rights class about the Good Place. So
Good Place is off season. You can't talk about it. Okay. Keep up with the times, dink.
Wow. Okay.
Stranger Things is also a 40-minute show. Series of Unfortunate Events is also a 40-minute show. Orange is the New Black exceeds that. You've seen Just adding on to
What?
the list of shows that you've been ignoring. You mentioned that you don't watch many long-form shows.
I read every single A Series of Unfortunate Events book. I have right over there on my bookshelf right now.
It sounds like you lost your loyalty, punk.
I have the 12th book, The Penultimate Peril, which in Insanity's season 1 episode, The Penultimate Poll, I came up with that title as a reference to The Penultimate Peril. And I have Book 13.
Brian, what does that parallel mean?
Simply called
what does that reference mean? Does that reference mean anything, or is it just some surface level nothing?
I did it because it was the penultimate episode of An Insanity season 1, and the penultimate peril is the penultimate book in the 13-book series by Lemony Snicket, A Series of Unfortunate Events. Maybe if you read up, you would know these things. Justin Chapman.
All right, that's a great question, Alan Animations. Justin, how are you able to keep the knife and paper voice after all these years? That's what do you put it there?
Can you do some knife and paper for us right now, Justin? Can you do some of your famous knife and paper voices?
Okay, I'm gonna read some current comments in knife and paper's voices, back and forth. Ready? Starting from Alan's comments. BBT and Corey's solidarity. Gay for who? Knife. Despacito. Fan! Watch out, Justin is gonna swear again! What if it gets, what if it gets its own comic book series? And he's gay in general. He's gonna say, damn!
My comic book series.
Who has time to read anymore? Oh, he said the last name! Exposed! At acrylic shine. I would buy it. Same. What's reading? Brian, you killed Justin along with his camera quality. Same.
I didn't. I did no such thing.
I'm gay and trans. You gotta be. Hi, I'm Knife and I'm Ben Trans.
Right now, guys.
Should I assert my dominance by posting Justin's social security number in the chats? I'm screaming. He said my comments!
Can Brian read comments as fan?
No,
that's not something that
can Brian read comments as fan? Justin, please! We cry out for trophy content and you silence us! Paper said damn! OMG! He be reading the comments! Hey, Knife! You have nice booyahs! Paper says he's gay and trans! Justin said my comment, I feel blessed. He read my comment again! Hey, I'm back and I love Justin. No, don't read my keyboard sketch like a mythical.
Brian is too much of a wuss to read the comments as fan. No.
Vincent.
D asks, Brian, why do you hate me, LOL? I don't hate you. D. There you go.
Vincent was asking where's John, my roommate that isn't away in Spain right now. He's actually doing a show right now. He's doing audio and sound for Urinetown right now. I think it's airing right now, or maybe like it ended like within the last hour. And he is incredibly talented, and we love him. He did some for the II fans in the crowd.
Someone's animating that. Someone's animating
who's that? Alan.
IIPM6500 is animating everything you just said.
Oh,
Justin.
great! That's gonna be an issue.
All right.
But I was gonna say, John also worked on some little tweaking and help for Afterlife in the Limelight and Just Like Me, the non-reprise one. Working a little bit with John on that, and he's a talented boy. And he'll probably be back within the next 2 hours. I assume he'll be going to a party or something for the after show. Whatever.
Well, let's get on track with a more productive conversation.
What the heck? They're here for my life.
I feel like Justin just started doing all this role playing, and we really got off track. And it was his fault entirely.
It's Jay Rambles, okay?
Sorry.
Yes, Brian. What did you want to cut away to? Huh, punk?
I wanted to answer what you were saying about why I hadn't yet watched A Series of Unfortunate Events season 2 on Netflix, because I've been really busy reading everything for school. That's why I haven't had time. I watched season 1 when it aired, but I don't have time to watch season 2 until after my studies have completed.
I also think you misinterpreted what I said, though, because earlier you were naming shows that were 40 plus minutes long an episode that you watched, and I was just adding on to shows that you watch.
that are 40 plus minutes. Well, that's Netflix. That's an exception. Netflix can be however. I mean, they specifically.
Well, why are you cutting it off there? Why you're just talking about long form entertainment that you watch that's serialized.
All right, I have seen the first, I think, 2 seasons of Orange Is the New Black as well, and I have seen some
you've seen almost
episodes. I was just watching
seasons.
the Michael Schur and Rashida Jones penned Nosedive for my paper for human rights.
We did watch
which was really, really good. Also about point-based systems that kind of analyze human rights, and well, not analyze human rights, analyze like kind of human behavior in the modern age, or rather postmodern age. Similar to Mike Shore's wonderful NBC show, The Good Place, that I was doing some weird random role playing from earlier, just for funsies.
Oh, I was there.
But back to a series of unfortunate events. Back on track. That was first a book series by Lemony Snicket, a 13-book series, and there's been various additional supplemental reading material, like about Lemony Snicket and Beatrice, and all this really cool reading that you could do if you like the Netflix show, or you could simply watch the Nickelodeon movie, A Series of Unfortunate Events, which is basically a compressed version of the first 3 books. It stars Jim Carrey as Count Olaf, and I think it's not really widely accepted as good amongst book fans, but I always enjoyed it, at least as a kid. I thought it was really clever, and I liked how they did the Littlest Elf stop motion stuff. I thought it was a fun time, and for a compressed version of the first 3 books, it's pretty cool. They take the bad beginning ending, the wedding ending, and move it to the end after the wide window, which, you know, that's kind of changing the books, but they do it in an interesting way. And the way that Violet gets out of her predicament is not simply by signing a marriage contract with her not dominant hand. Actually, in the movie, they directly subvert the book by having Count Olaf say, "Right hand, please." And Klaus has to come up with an alternative method to get Violet out of that predicament. And it's pretty cool, I thought, as a book fan, to see a different interpretation of the story. So that's what I have to say about A Series of Unfortunate Events. I look forward to watching season 2 on Netflix, because it season 1 only contained the miserable mill in terms of books in the series that hadn't been adapted to visual/auditory material previously. But season 2 is chock full of books that have not been adapted yet, and Neil Patrick Harris does a great job as Count Olaf, and I love the Look Away opening song, and I can't wait to watch season 2 and the forthcoming season 3.
Can you sing it for us, Brian?
Okay, I'm done rambling. You take it back.
You don't sing "Look Away" for us?
Look away, look away. There's nothing but horror and inconvenience on the way. Every single episode you watch is a dismay. So look away, look away, look away, look away, look away. It's something like that. Neil Patrick Harris sings it. Did you hear the song, Jeff?
Yeah. I watched a lot of the shows, so I heard a lot of the songs.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, you did. I remember that.
I'm more than halfway through season 2.
Oh, you're ahead of me?
Yeah, I'm a genius like that.
Well, the coolest part about the Look Away song is that each episode has a different verse.
A little variation, to talk about their situation. It's a little spoilery if you ask me, though.
It kind of fits with the theme.
Yeah, no, there's certain episodes where they'll show the big climax, like, kind of early on, and say, oh, how are they going to get into this one? If you read
the books, then you know everything that happens anyway, so you should have read the books first, Justin.
I should have? I'm not saying that's what I needed to know ahead of time. That's not what I'm asking for right now. I mean, if you listen to me for like 5 seconds,
you don't have to. Everyone could just start watching with the Netflix series. Lemony Snicket as portrayed in the real life Lemony Snicket is Daniel Handler, but Lemony Snicket is portrayed in that series by Patrick Warburton, voice of Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove, and the much underappreciated Kronk's New Groove direct-to-video sequel. But when it comes to the new Netflix show, Patrick Warburton portrays Lemony Snicket in a sort of Twilight Zone, Rod Serling-esque manner. And previously in the Nickelodeon film, you had seen Lemony Snicket portrayed via silhouette and with voiceover by Jude Law, who is now going to be. Should I open up this can of worms? He's going to be Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald, which is currently a controversial subject because of Johnny Depp being Dumbledore, not Dumbledore, being Grindelwald. But we don't have to dwell on that right now if you don't want to. That's a whole thing. Yeah, there's going to be a Fantastic Beasts 2, Golden Pancakes. Have you not seen the trailer? It shows you Hogwarts.
What's that Kenny's been writing?
What's Kenny writing?
I don't know. You tell me.
Do I dare?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. I still don't know what that means. I don't know what that is.
Of all people. Oof.
Of all people. Well, but what of all people? What's the other part?
Brian, you're not playing this game with me. You tell me.
I have my doubts about whether or not this is currently occurring, and not with the jerk, but with what appears to be the jock. Out of all of the potential individuals that it could possibly be, there you go. I did it.
I guess this is worth an applause. Woo! You did it!
Acrylic sign is surprised we haven't talked about The Incredibles 2 yet. We can't wait for The Incredibles 2.
No, yeah, I think it looks awesome. I'm trying to watch as little material as possible, but
Me too. At this point, I don't want to get spoiled. I don't want to see what Frozone's wife, Honey, looks like. I don't know if they'll show her in the movie. They haven't shown her in the promotional materials that I've seen so far. But if they do show her face finally at last in the sequel, then I cannot wait.
Is that the main reason to watch this movie?
No, the main reason to watch this movie is that it's The Incredibles 2, Incredibles 2, the long-awaited sequel to 2004's amazing Brad Bird film, The Incredibles, with music by Michael Giacchino, the genius.
The genius of all people.
Genius. Did you see he was doing a scoring session? I think potentially it was the last sneak peek from scoring sessions on his Twitter for Incredibles 2 recording sessions. See that. Those are fun to listen to because those are no spoilers. That's just them composing awesome Incredibles music with a lot of reprises, however you say that. Da 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 da. Yeah, there's a little Twitter sneak peek clip that shows the Incredibles 2 title card with the standard Incredibles fanfare, as very reminiscent of the Incredibles 1 opening that you may remember from The Incredibles. I have seen the trailer for the Lego Incredibles game because someone else was asking about that. Young me is absolutely floored that there is going to be a Lego game based on both Incredibles movies. Young me always dreamed of a Lego Toy Story game because young me, and I'll be honest, I love Lego Star Wars, especially Lego Star Wars, The Complete Saga, and I played Lego Harry Potter. I mostly focused on years 1 through 4, but I did also get 5 through 7. I don't know if I ever had time to play through 7, but I did play through 5 and 6. And I mean, 7's the best. Deathly Hallows is pretty great. That's my favorite Harry Potter book. And one of my favorite books. I'm a normie like that. The Cricket in Times Square as well, by George Selden, with illustrations by Garth Williams, is a very underrated book. I think it's going to finally be a movie. It was a Chuck Jones cartoon before. That book is awesome. Have you read The Cricket in Times Square, Justin?
No, I have not. Tell me more while I add our new mystery guest.
I could probably get this, but the Cricket in Times Square is the story of Chester Cricket, Connecticut native Cricket, who basically comes by picnic basket inadvertently into the big city of New York City and meets Tucker Mouse and Harry Cat and basically becomes a very famous musician, kind of like something of a violinist by using his cricket wings, and he does various concerts in New York City from Mario and his family's newsstand, and I absolutely adore this book. I wanted to make a movie based on it, but I think I think that's going to happen without my involvement, unfortunately. But I read it in grade school.
That's what
I think it might have been
burst into that
class.
production and make it yours. Hurry.
What's up?
Burst into the production, make it yours. You're making this movie.
I think I have to, because I was so inspired by it. I loved reading it because it was like it was a book, but it was a fun book when it was read aloud to me in elementary school because it had talking animals in it, and I really liked the story, and it taught me a lot about New York City and Grand Central Station. I grew up in a suburban community, so I didn't know too much about New York City other than when I would make my occasional visit for a nice Disney Broadway. One time, my first Disney Broadway show and my first Broadway show was Beauty and the Beast, and I would later go to The Lion King twice. Do you want to talk about your Lion King Broadway experiences?
I don't quite remember it that well. I remember being excited by like some new material in the musical after being so engrossed in the movie for my entire life. It was definitely my biggest childhood movie. All I really remember well is Timon falling down a waterfall and my dad complaining about how bad it is. Oh, and I remember
Timon and Pumbaa. What is this?
D is here. We're talking about.
Hey everyone, cool. Welcome D Cash and Marshmallow.
Really cool content. You remember? You know how they added the scene where the waterfall. Are you singing Shadowlands? Oh, Shadowlands is great.
Yes.
They added that really cool. Well, He Lives in You is also awesome, but they added that really cool scene with the near death scene for Timon, where Simba's kind of still thinking about his guilt for Mufasa, and he nearly lets Timon die because he's so focused on his guilt, and Timon almost goes over a waterfall. But then
I remember that
and saves him, and that was an added scene that's not in the movie, but they added it to the Broadway show. And I've only seen the Broadway show twice as a kid, but I remember it
so good.
The Lion King has been, is, and always will be one of my favorite movies. I am, I know I'm not very original when I say that, but it's true.
Little Mermaid is my favorite, hands down.
Little Mermaid's pretty great too. 1989's The Little Mermaid. Have you seen that awesome video that Glenn Keane did of the live draw of Ariel on?
Who's Glenn Keane?
The Disney animator responsible for animating characters such as Ariel and Tarzan. Yeah.
What?
Have you not seen the video? Yeah. They basically, it was a late night television program. I forget which one. I think it was James Corden's, I think. And I think this was to promote Kobe Bryant's Oscar-winning animated short, Dear Basketball. Remember we watched Dear Basketball together? When we watched the Oscar?
Dear Basketball!
He's the basketball guy.
Basketball.
It was awesome.
It's the best game that we play every day, to quote Bad Lip Reading. D, you would love that video, because what Glenn Keane does is he live draws Ariel while part of your world live in front of a nationwide audience and a full audience.
I'm geeking out.
Yeah, you should watch it after the stream. You would probably really love that video.
I probably would.
Where were we? Where were we before I got on a big tangent about? Oh, we were talking about Lion King and Lion King Broadway.
Lion?
You know what's also
Justin, I love your lion. It's so cute.
The king.
The Lion King Platinum Edition DVD with the virtual safaris by Timon and Pumbaa that would later continue on the Lion King 1.5 DVD and the Lion King 2 Simba's Pride DVD. What do you think of the virtual safaris, Justin?
No, I was obsessed with them when I was younger. I'd go through them all the time. I lost Lion King 2 on VHS. And then got Lion King 2 on DVD.
I never had Lion King 2 on VHS, so when the DVD came out, I was very excited, and I was very nice, and my parents got it for me. And that was a very happy day, because it completed my Lion King DVD trilogy.
When my parents bought me The Little Mermaid 2 on VHS, I was sick, and I cried because I was so happy that they got it for me, because I didn't even know it existed.
You didn't? Oh, yeah. You see, that's the thing when you're a kid. You don't know that there's more. I remember when I first discovered, because I was at a family friend's house, The Return of Jafar. I didn't know there were sequels to Aladdin. So I just saw this VHS on the shelf that said Aladdin, The Return of Jafar. And I was like, what? This exists? And the family friend was like, yeah, you want to go in the basement and watch it like
I saw
right
the
now?
third
And I
one
was
before
like,
the second one.
yes.
Did I
That
ever
was
see-
went
the
into
life,
basement,
going down to the basement,
yep.
watching
And
VHSs.
I have an awesome childhood memory of being in the basement with the lights turned off, watching Return of Jafar for the first time, and thinking, "Gosh, the genie sounds different," because it was Dan Castellaneta.
He was having a rough day, is the issue. I saw the
Yeah.
third one. I don't think I ever saw the second one.
The King of Thieves.
Yeah, we
That's
talked
the
about this.
finale.
Yeah,
Well,
Ryan, but
so
when you're a
technically,
kid,
the
you know
Aladdin and
nothing.
Hercules crossover takes place after King of Thieves, technically.
Oh
So,
my god.
do you know
Oh.
about that crossover, D? I'm
No.
out geeking you right now. You see, I'm very disappointed.
All right, I still wanted. I was so mad. I really wanted to go back to the Mean Girls musical conversation because I have some
I'm not-
opinions on that.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, I have opinions. Go ahead. Talk about the.
Heather's is where it's at. Okay,
All right.
y'all want to know a secret? Mean Girls was not the original. It was based off of Heather's.
Really? Oh yeah. I mean, that would make a lot of
Oh,
sense.
dear.
They're pretty similar.
Heather's is definitely an 18+
They both
musical,
take place
but
in a high
it's
school.
okay.
You're right, D. You're right.
Oh, back to the Lion King for just a moment.
I just had to get my 2 cents on that conversation.
But I'm glad you
Yes.
did. But I just wanted to say my big hot take about the Lion King sequels, and that's the Lion King 1.5 greater than the Lion King 2 Simba's Pride. That's right. The Lion King 1.5 is better than Lion King 2.
That's what everyone says.
It is? Okay, good.
My friend's favorite Disney character of all time is Timon, and she like worships the Lion King 1.5.
Well, here's my question: why haven't we seen Timon's family on the Lion Guard Disney Junior show yet? Where are
Because
they?
the Lion Guard.
Are you sure you're asking that
Here's the
question?
thing: the Lion Guard should be about the daughter or whatever her name
Kiara's
is.
in the show.
Well, she needs to be the show, not this fake little wannabe.
Hey, Kiara's in the show. It takes place in the timeline in between when Kobu and Kiara met as kids and before they later reconnect as adults.
Okay, so why can't it just be about Kiara then? Like, why? do we have to
Because
have
it's
new
mainly about Kion and his friends, and we haven't heard their story yet. So that's why, D. Maybe you should actually watch the show before you debate.
Okay, well, Kion was not in any of the movies, ergo, he probably didn't exist during this timeline.
Maybe
going on?
Kion only showed up in the part of the timeline that we are not made privy to during The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride. And at the conclusion of this part of the timeline, Kion and his friends from the Lion Guard leave and abdicate the kingdom on a very important mission, and that's why they're not seen as present when Kobu and Kiara are adults. Or maybe he dies in a tragic incident, and maybe they'll
That would
at
be
the end of this Disney Junior preschool series. I would
love that. I would love.
Because it's kind of dark. I mean, they bring back Scar as like a ghost, so it's pretty cool.
Ooh, dark.
Why is Justin face palming? Justin, have you watched any Lion Guard?
I was not facepalm. Oh, I was at not being able to balance lion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I really love how they. Sorry. No, go ahead. Let's let Justin speak. He's been very patiently sitting here while I talk on and on about the Lion.
What was the specific question again? About lion?
I don't think that. Oh, have you seen the Lion Guard or what?
No,
do you think
I never saw it. I feel like I know it very well, but that's because you talk about it a lot. So.
I did talk a lot about Return of the Roar, the series
Scar.
premiere.
By Katy Perry?
No, not by Katy Perry. That's Roar. That's a song.
Roar.
Don't try to trick me right now. That has nothing to do with
You were
Return of
almost
the Roar,
totally
the series
wrecked. That
premiere of the Lion
was
Guard.
real embarrassing, if you ask me.
Okay. I really love the episode of The Lion Guard that shows kids that it's okay to have anxiety. The one about Fuli the cheetah. I think they did a great job writing that episode. I think they did a great job with the episode where Simba goes to a funeral. That's right. Simba goes to a funeral of one of his...
Now he goes to a funeral?
Yes, he goes to... yeah. I just got that ding. Yeah. No, he did not go to Mufasa.
Too long to get that.
Well, he didn't go to Mufasa's funeral because of his guilt as a kid. That's why.
That sounds like a personal problem, but okay.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's an adult now, and he's willing to go to a funeral with his wife Nala and the major domo Zazu, and also his daughter Kiara. Unfortunately, Kion does not accompany them because Kion's busy on his.
I see.
That is in the episode as well. So maybe you should watch some of it before you debate me about.
Well, maybe if you stop doing so much college work, we could watch it together.
Well,
Well,
I
maybe
mean,
if
when
I'm
you're
being a
wrapping
success,
up, that makes sense that you're gonna be busy. I did a lot of acrylic. Sean was asking about if I've ever improvised lines. I don't think. Okay. Little things like I know for some reason, first thing that came to mind is 13. Yes, a lot, and I'm not sure if any of it's going to get used. We'll see. I could go more into that at a later point, obviously. I know, like, Papers welcome everyone in the episode 7 credits is improvised. What else is improvised? Like little noises. Like I'm constantly just doing. I was fascinated. I feel like with this whoa kind of weird noise for episode 8 of the season. I don't think I haven't been in situations with like Brazone where I've just full on done improv. Okay. The reason I think that there's a lot more Brazone improv than for other characters is because we spend a lot of time working at the script. A lot of the other voice actors spending a lot of time in the script. So if there's something we want to say, we'll make sure it gets into the script. Whereas since Michael Brazone, voice of Lightbulb, doesn't get that input when we're actually doing the script, that's the time for him to put in his Lightbulb wisdom when he's actually recording. So that's why that improv happens the way it does. A lot of the time it's like, oh, we just let the improv happen, whatever. But like, he does have good ideas, so and that's the only time that he's going to be thinking of these good ideas. He's a very fun guy.
I'm only going to be on another 15 minutes.
Grrr.
Gas.
And then you could finally ramble alone. Oh wait, Dee's here. Yeah, you can finally ramble.
Brian.
With D. That's right.
Finally. How long has this stream been going on for? How long have I been putting people through this?
It just says live.
Yeah, sounds about right. We're all live sometimes.
This Skype call has been an hour and 24 minutes and counting.
And you were not here for a lot of this, so
okay.
It's been a bit. It's been a time and a half and a half. That's 2 times. D, you missed Justin reading his comments as knife and paper. Sounds about right.
No, I was there for that.
See, D's here for everything. D knows what they're doing.
Well, I came in, I started watching it, went to go get my sister from work, then I got Chinese food, and then I got into the call.
See, people are real upset with you, Brian.
What a loyal man you are. Still getting over the flu. There you go.
He's been sick and yet getting recording done. Brian's been doing a good job.
I have. I'm pretty cool.
Okay, well, let's not take it too far. Take it down a notch, okay?
Not cool.
I'm kidding.
I'm
kidding. I'm sorry.
This is a family-friendly stream.
Minty Straw has a request for you.
I was asking if you were... You know what, Brian?
Brian, you have a few requests, so you might want to get to that before you get going.
What are the requests? Where are they?
Like a Minty Straw?
The and with the jock of all people. I already said it in a funny, long-winded way. You want me to
pancakes?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Too late. I said it. I said there, Ness. I said it very directly.
In Fan's voice.
And with the jock of all people. There you go. Good job. Not that good enough?
No, it's good. It's good enough. It's...
Is someone going to make a fan animation with that? Or what are they going to do?
Oh, you better believe it.
To see that.
Here's a acrylic sign gave me a fun voice acting exercise to talk about Egg and my fanboys. Egg? My favorite egg? That's my kid. There you go.
Oh,
Wow, that sounded like a real workout. Good job, Brian.
Are you being sarcastic, Justin?
No.
Are you condescending my vocal performance?
I'm
Why
just
do you always
doing
gotta be,
this thing
Mr.
with my voice.
Mr. Genius with the voice acting over here. You won't stand for any voice performance that isn't your own. It seems. Is that the case, Justin?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm kind of a genius. What am I supposed to do? Just accept other people?
Justin's a great vocal coach. He's helped me through a lot of recording sessions. So.
Justin is a great vocal coach. We're here. We got him live right now. Jay of Jay Rambles, Jay Reacts, and Jay Chap, and Jay Buddy. All the Jays.
And Volcano Claw.
Oh well, but that doesn't have a J in it. Volcano Claw doesn't have a J.
Yeah, yes, it does. You're missing it.
Neither does Volcano Fail, the Skype name that I have lovingly given Justin over the years.
What about J Claw?
J Claw?
Yeah.
That's fake. That's not a real username that Justin has.
Shut up, Brian.
Oh.
I just hate things being called fake now. I just
good thing Justin here, be our vocal coach.
I was responding to a comment. I was told to scream "shut up" in the distance.
That wasn't in the distance. It was just.
Well, but were you told to say "shut up, Brian," or did you add that part yourself?
I added the Brian just because it fit the situation.
Well, you got me there.
Great, thank you. I appreciate it. This is a friendly zone, D, so you're gonna get out of here. Justin drinks water instead of Dr. Fizz. Fake fan. No, I will not demean myself to non-water drink. Fizz, gross. Anything soda, gross. Water, keep your body up.
Water bottle in my hand right now as well, so don't you worry. Let's drink to that. Let's drink some Poland Spring.
YOLO! Justin attempts other II characters. Brian, throw some II characters at me.
Marshmallow.
So what kind of fun challenges are we gonna do to try to get to know each other? Apple. New pencil, what's doing is just give me a break. Old friends will still leave the stress in their wake.
D, are you going to take that? D, are you out of a job right now? Is that what's happening?
We should have a singing contest right now. Okay.
You got me fondly when we say goodbye. I can't do the high notes right now because my mom's sleeping.
All right, next character.
Everyone loves you.
Throw another character at me. Go.
No.
Okay.
Suitcase.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I'm sorry Snipe was so mean to you, but I'll join your alliance. Okay.
It's my favorite suitcase
It's only
line.
stealing. It's all.
I can't heckin'. Brian, you want to give a suitcase a try?
Suitcase. Hold on. Let me try to think of a suitcase line. My voice is not really ready for this right now, but
D, give it a try. Go.
let's see. Theft and battery. You know, guys, after the last few oh gosh, I can't do this right now. Let's see.
It was me. I'm sorry.
After that, it was me. I'm sorry. I really can't do this right now. I voted for you, Nickel, because you've never been a true ally to me. There, I
was
really
good.
do it right now. Oh, that was good? Oh,
Not what an alliance is.
Heck.
that's
Samuel!
not what an alliance is. I loved writing those lines. I loved recording that with Sam. I remember. That was a fun recording session. I think did we record that the night the midnight release of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, the stage reading, and that may have been the case. Yeah.
Were those staged fights on your show really true? No, what was that thing you said about the staged fights really true?
Staged fights, yeah. Was all that stuff about the staged fights on your show really true? Yeah, that's the fan line.
D, you gotta give your suitcase a go.
What? Give my suitcase a go? But suitcase
D.
doesn't say that.
I just wanted to hear more D suitcase because They didn't get to really shine.
Oh, D, do suitcase.
Oh, I'm trying to think of lines.
Try what other?
Well, have suitcase.
Something from.
Have suitcase start complimenting Marshmallow. Go ahead.
Hold on, I'm trying to think if I should go more like beginning of season 1.
You have 5
or
hecking
Beginning of
seconds.
season 1 suitcase.
beginning of season 2 suitcase.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Hey Marshmallow. I can't do this.
That's not bad.
That was wild.
That's pretty good. Let's hear some more suitcase.
I think you're gonna look really cute today.
Is that Southern or is that Australian?
I don't know. See, whenever I try to do a British accent, it comes out Australian. When I try to do an Australian accent, it comes out Southern apparently.
All right, try again. Try again for us. Let's see. Try some episode 11
Try your
lines.
best.
Try the. Let's go back to. I voted for you, Nickel, because you've never been a true ally to me. Let's go back to that one.
I voted for you, Nickel, because you've never been a true ally to me.
Okay, there we go. We did it.
Yay.
We
did it. Do.
You have a request, D, but you don't. I mean, you do it if you want. I mean,
I have a request. Am I allowed to say this? Justin,
I don't know. You tell me, D. You signed your contract, didn't you?
Yes, I'm a lesbian.
All right, D. Requests are closed. We're not gonna mess with them any longer.
Wait, Justin, are you prejudiced?
Yes, incredibly.
Okay. I guess
Yes.
now we know. I guess now we know. It's confirmed.
I'm a monster. What can I say?
He's a monster.
He's racist against marshmallows.
It reminds me of a thing that I can't say out loud. Okay. Dang it. I was about to just roll into something.
No, I cannot sign a contract to be a magical girl because I do not want to give my soul to Cube. That's what I have to say on that.
Some drama here. Some anime drama going on right now.
Brian, I need to get you to watch Madoka Magica. You would love it.
Madoka Magica, eh?
D, don't
So
do it.
good.
D, don't do it.
Okay.
D, don't heckin' do it.
Why not? Why shouldn't he? Why shouldn't D heckin' do it?
I've been misgendered again.
I didn't.
by Brian.
No. He rhymes with
Strike 2, Brian.
Strike 2. Strike 2 in my whole life. Your own father has misgendered you more in my view than I have ever over the phone or in person. So
Does
there
that
you go.
make it
That's
okay?
all. Yeah. D, are you still there? D? Is that
No,
okay?
they said BRB.
Oh, okay. All right.
GTB. Goddamn Ryan.
DDD.
GTB. Whoa.
Oh, hi, Golden Pancakes is telling me to watch Madoka Magica and that it's so freaking good. Okay.
So
Hey, come back.
freaking good.
No.
And that happens. That happens. But we keep moving forward, and that's what matters, okay?
Okay. Oh,
No waterworks. Get serious.
Oh, I
No.
thought they just said BRB. I don't know what it said.
Their loss.
Okay.
Teen, come home. I was wrong, I messed up, and now you're gone. Brian, sing along.
Let's try to paraphrase some Gary Come Home and insert D into Gary's hand.
come home.
D Come Home. I messed up and now you're gone. Bum 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 bum. D, I'm sorry I neglected you, though I never expected you to run away and leave me feeling this empty. Now my heart is beating like the saddest metronome. Somewhere I hope you're reading my latest 3-word poem. D, come home to the Skype call. Sorry. Alright. Is D coming back?
Probably not. I don't know.
Alright. Well, I'll I'll be leaving at 9:45 as we mentioned. So
Brian wants to ruin my life.
no, I don't.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Now I know, and everything's good again. Thanks. What?
Hey, come back.
I'm back.
Oh, Dee's back. Oh, okay. Why did you leave? You scared us.
Because I accidentally fell off my bed
Oh, okay.
and I was in pain for a little while because I hit my funny bone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were upset, and that's why you left. So I got really sad. Sorry.
No.
Okay. All right. We did it, everybody.
You single-handedly
singing.
did it. Congratulations. You're amazing.
I was singing "Gary Come Home" with
Got you.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. We cleared it up. It was a misunderstanding, everybody.
Was
You
it?
left
I mean,
for a
that's kind of
completely unrelated reason.
I assumed it was unrelated.
Oh my goodness. I thought okay. I thought I made you upset, and that's why you laughed.
Same way you got me to leave the room earlier.
I was singing "Gary Come Home," but I inserted D into all of the places.
Don't we
where
all?
Gary-
Aw, Brian.
There you go. You see, we did it, everybody. We did it.
It worked because I'm at my house right now.
There you go.
I got a singing request. Am I allowed to sing?
Yes.
All right. We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. And that's why the people of this world believe in garnet, amethyst, and pearl and Stephen.
And Steven!
Justin, you ruined it.
It was over
I-
already.
I-
You can't
I
ruin
just-
something that's already
yeah,
over. You can't ruin a trilogy with a fourth movie.
Everybody clap. Everybody clap for Dee's amazing opening song, We Are the Crystal Gems. Now, Dee, how about you do the full We Are the Crystal Gems extended opening for us all right now, live, in public. Go ahead.
If you could only
That's
know
not full.
what we really are when we arrived on Earth, from out beyond your star, we were amazed to find your beauty and your worth, and we will protect your kind, and we will protect your Earth, and we will protect your Earth, and we will protect you. Da 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 da. I will fight for the place where I'm free to live together and exist as we. I will fight in the name of Rose Quartz and everything that she believed in. I will fight for the world I was made in. The earth is everything I've ever known. I'll fight to the everything that everybody wants me to be when I'm grown. The odds are against us, this won't be easy, but we're not gonna do it alone. We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in garnet, amethyst, and pearl. Go, Justin.
And
Justin.
Stephen.
Woo!
I
We
just need to
did
reply
it! I didn't do
back.
anything, but yay!
Mazel tov.
We're getting requests for Remember Me from Coco. Do you know Remember Me, Dee?
I have not even seen Coco, so. I broke Brian.
You did. That's it. Now I'm leaving. So you've offended me. All right, bye.
No. This is not okay.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, good.
Remember me? I was just in the stream. See what I did?
Who are you again?
Never mind. All right, so let's see. Remember me, Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart. Remember me. So I have to travel far, remember me. Each time you hear a sad guitar, know that I'm with you the only way that I can be. Until you're in my arms again, remember me. You see, I felt okay singing that because it doesn't have to sound awesome because it's just a nice little bedtime lullaby that Hector wrote for Coco. So there you go. It's okay that I sang it like that.
Who's Hector? Hector Zeroni from Rambles?
No, I won't say who Hector is because you haven't seen the movie yet. You'll find out.
But I'm assuming it's Hector Zeroni then.
Yeah, it's Hector Zeroni from Holes.
Knew it.
Hector Zeroni from Holes is in Coco. Yeah, it's all. It's spoiler alert. Yeah.
Like gasp.
Sorry, I need to catch up on something that I realized was a problematic sitch, but I think we're sent now.
Okay. I only have 2
What's the
more
sitch?
minutes, guys.
There's
more minutes.
you mean Stitch?
Lilo and Stitch 2. Stitch has a glitch.
There we
My
go.
favorite movie.
No, and then
I was
the
trying to
Kim
get some Kim Possible in the stream, but I failed.
pause. There's the Kim Possible Lilo and Stitch crossover episode, and when Kim says, "What's the sitch?" and Lilo goes, "No, his name is Stitch."
The best moment in Disney. I believe. Why are you sighing, D? That's a very funny exchange.
Are we all forgetting about the sweet life?
That's so sweet. Life of Hannah
That's so sweet. Yes, that's so sweet.
It was a good time. I do give that approval. Let's say it's better than the on deck one had Wizards though, and Wizards was like the best show.
Ew.
What is it? Wizards on Deck.
Excuse me?
Sweet Life with That's So Raven of Hannah Montana. What did they call it?
There's no Raven in that special, so there's
I
no
know.
so in there. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, no, pause. Important. This is actually important. What do you mean?
Oh.
Ew, D.
What do you mean? Oh, on deck was kind of once Ashley Tisdale left.
Oh,
and-
okay. I thought you were saying ew to Wizards, and I was gonna get really upset. If you want to say,
Are you saying nasty things about Debbie Ryan, D, the star?
Debbie is
The
good,
star.
it's
Debbie
the
is
funniest thing
really
I've heard all
good.
day.
Debbie is good. It's just on deck.
She's great as Jessie.
No.
She was really. Hey, see,
But D
she
gets
was in a
very
rough
attached.
position having
That's
to replace Ashley
know that.
Tisdale's Maddie.
Maddie.
Okay?
No, she was not, because they had two other great characters take the space when she was filming High School Musical too.
True.
Millicent and I think her name was Nia or something.
That's true.
Both
Oh, yeah,
great
that was
fun.
Mosby's niece, right?
Both amazing characters.
They were. Yeah. They're very.
So there's no
I'm not surprised you love them. Yeah.
There's no excuse as to why Bailey was such like a basic queen.
Okay, fair enough. But On Deck was a new creative direction for the Zack and Cody.
No. Do you want to know what On Deck was? It was doing a new show so that they didn't have to pay the Sprouse brothers and Brenda Song and all them more money, so they created a new show so that their contracts went back to the original amount from season 1 of Sweet Life.
These do not reflect my opinions. These are the opinions of D. Cashin. They are controversial Disney Channel.
You're saying this on my channel. I'm the one that's supposed to be saying these things.
Oh dear. Well, you know what? I really love Arwen Hawkhauser, and I'm really sad that his spinoff never saw the light of day. What? What do you mean? I mean, where are you going with that, D? No, I was gonna leave, but I need to hear what you have to say about Arwen before I get out of here. What do you have to say about Brian Stepanik's amazing, transcendent performance as Arwen?
He was really good, but I
Okay.
am kind of upset that he did not end up with the mom.
Oh no, okay. You know what? You're right.
And for some
You're right.
reason, when the mom on Sweet Life on Deck came on, she had some really horrible haircut.
That she did have a different haircut than usual when she came on with their father. Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been
professional-
unrealistic for the mother to end up with Arwen, probably. But would it have been something that I would have a storyline that I could have enjoyed seeing? Yes. Do I understand why it would have been shark jumpy? Yes.
You don't have to understand it. It's not.
Okay.
D, what do you know about love?
I have a boyfriend of 2 months as of today.
Really, 2 months? That's been a while, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're just a kid. You don't know nothing.
All
I'm
right,
the oldest out of all three of us.
Grr.
Non-binary pals, everybody. It's been fun, but I do really have to go, and I hope I've provided some quality entertainment amidst my
it has
ramblings.
been.
I know I go on and on a lot,
It's
but
been
hopefully
excellent, Brian.
everybody had a good, fun time.
Oh, I did. I miss you, Brian.
Miss you too, D. It was nice catching up. I'm glad, I haven't talked too much since we went to Spencer. I mean, we had the group chat, so we're never too far away in the good old friend spectrum of friends, or whatever you want to call it. So
Or 5 hours.
Yeah. And you too, Justin. Thanks for having me on your Rambles live stream. This was really
thanks.
fun time. And I hope I didn't hijack it too much, because that seems to be something
too much. I mean, who's drawing lines, right?
That's true. All right. Well, I'm gonna hang up on the call. Thank you, Acrylic Sign, for enjoying me as a special guest on Brian Rambles. That's great. You know what? Maybe I should do Brian Rambles on my channel. Maybe I should just steal your IP, Justin. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I don't really care too much. Go for it.
Okay. Maybe Brian Brambles? Maybe, I don't know. It needs to be alliterative.
Brambleclaw?
Or Justin Justifies?
Brian Boasts? That's probably something I would do a lot. Brian belabors the point. Brian brings really insightful...
Beats it to death.
Nah, Brian brings not very insightful observations over the course
Brian Barrage.
And a half. Brian barrages you with information you don't need to know. Vote for the best title. Let me know. Tell me on Twitter, @ThisIsn'tFlying. Tell me on Twitter what I should call my own podcast. There you go. I successfully hijacked this stream. Sorry, Justin. Sorry, B. All right, I'm gonna go. Bye.
He's still talking. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, B word. Am I right, every pony? Up top. Nailed it. All right, now we can get to real business, D. Ready?
What business is that?
Oh. You know what kind.
Oh, Justin.
No, this is bad. I hate it.
All right, let's hit up with some questions.
Okay, we're gonna hit D up with some questions, and by D, I mean me. They rhyme, so it's easy to mess up. Okay, so I was thinking we talk about our feelings, right, D? D, 2 months. What does 2 months feel like to you?
Well, honestly, Justin, I didn't know if we were going to make it this far.
Mm-hmm.
I was really nervous about it because I didn't think I would ever find someone as great as him. And he's so great. And unfortunately, our super special anniversary date was canceled for tomorrow. Sad face. Due to unforeseen circumstances. But we did have a nice little chat today.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have, next week and stuff. Ooh, how did I meet my boyfriend? I met Dylan on the app OkCupid.
Well, okay, I'm gonna have to contest you never thought that you were gonna meet someone as good as him. I mean, you put yourself out there in a positive manner, more often than most people I know. You put in efforts to find a good partner in a relationship, in a very respectable manner that I can't say that I could exactly relate to. I mean, I care a lot about relationships, but I don't put in a ton of effort into finding someone. And if you want to find someone, you're doing it the right way. If you're gonna put the time in, of course you're gonna find someone awesome eventually. If you don't put yourself out there, it's never gonna happen. But you got it nailed, so I feel like you should have a little more confidence in yourself in that department.
Oh, thanks. I mean, that's true. It's just like, I don't want to get into like this whole like huge discussion on this, but like, trans dating is hard, and
yes.
That's what I'll say.
Yeah, no, and those are the things that you've been able to overcome as of late, and that's why it's very respectable.
Yeah, I am proud of myself, and I'm glad that like Dylan and I have this special bond. Bonding over some dank memes and fail videos. Those are always really nice to watch together.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not part of this relationship, but it's working for you. This all sounds terrible to me, but that's...
No, well, I mean, we also like video games. Like, I'm really excited. I told him that I'm gonna kick his butt in Mario Kart, and he said that it's highly doubtful.
Well, being that you're a Mario Kart expert, second only to me, who's second only to Sam. I mean,
Sam is like, I don't know.
Sam is
Sam can only be a
dangerous in Mario.
hacker.
Sam is dangerous in Mario Kart, and it's scary. I mean, we argue a lot though. I do think that Mario Kart is a it's only, you can cheat in a sense that you just it's physical memory skills as opposed to real time logic. But that's that's an understatement.
I mean, for me,
That's me feeding into my personal Smash Brothers versus Mario Kart debate that I have with him occasionally. What are we missing?
I'm super bad at Smash Bros.
I don't. Oh, well, Smash is my place to shine.
I know.
Who is Justin's Mario Kart main? I go between Lakitu and Bowser. Those are my go-tos. Depending on how I'm feeling. Suitcase could be everyone in Mario Kart. Okay, then. Yep, absolutely. And he mains Baby Mario. Has Knife ever loved before? Next question. I can't say that. Who does yeah, go ahead.
My mains are like depending, so I have one for like every weight class. So I like
I just
Peach
go
or
extremes.
Rosalina.
Nice. I'm sensing a theme.
Yeah, princesses.
Your favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And who does Paper main in Mario Kart? D, who's Paper main?
Paper.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know why, but I feel Koopa Troopa or Shy Guy.
I like Paper as Shy Guy. I can also see like a mystical kind of Rosalina. I could see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Baby Rosalina?
I forgot that's a thing. Oh my! Everyone's staying away from baby characters. You had a question from Pepper Duck Bab.
I do.
Yeah. Gotta keep up, D. Gotta keep up. It's hey D. Do you have any kins?
Oh, shoot, Justin. We just watched this not too long ago. Toru from
we were watching through Dragon Maid, which I think is a blast. Following my last live stream, I found that a few people considered problematic. There's a particular character that I definitely get that with. But yeah, and Dino, obviously Dino's too. But I do think it's a blast, especially once you get to those last two episodes. I think they're gold's entertainment. If you don't let me join the stream, I'll delete your Discord server. Now I'm gonna have to consider it. Give me a bit. But yeah, it's Torikin. I dig that. I dig that. That's good stuff.
Pearl too. Pearl. Oh. Usagi Tsukino from Sailor Moon, definitely.
Those were definitely words that you said in a particular order.
I'm hurt. Look, it's Benjamin.
I wanted to end the live stream soon, but do we add Ben?
Can we? Please?
Yeah. I want to wrap up soon because I want to let the people free.
But you gotta go get some.
No one wants
paper.
No one wants to watch a live stream that ended.
It's never gonna end.
It's never gonna end, Ben. Welcome. This is Benjamin Cross. He voices Balloon in An Anime Insanity. He also does a little writing here and there. And he's worked on songs such as Afterlife in the Limelight and Just Like Me. He is a professional.
Both of them.
He's also done some storyboarding on the show and some animation.
This is fun. I didn't know what was going on until like a few minutes ago.
What? You're supposed to be my friend. What are you doing?
You're supposed to be my friend. You didn't tell me about it.
I tweeted it.
I didn't know either.
I tweeted it. The world knows.
I see.
Oh, frick. I haven't caught up on Twitter in hours. Okay. Deal with that later. That's my phone.
Twitter
There it is. God, jeez and crow. See you later, cheese. But Ben, you're already getting requests. Look at that. Good job.
Oh, people are happy that I'm here in the chat. Oh,
Of course.
Are you going to read the request you have or no?
Afterlife in the Limelight made Nico Johnson cry. That's the goal. Ben say, I'm Balloon and I love OJ in Balloon's voice. Please, I'll owe you my life. Okay, here's the thing about that. Balloon's voice is very difficult for me to do if I'm not really well warmed up. And I've been doing a lot of singing today, so my voice might not be up for it. And
Can you
in the next room over, and I feel kind of awkward because I can't
can you just
voice quiet. Like,
put a sweater on and you'll be warmed up?
well done, D. Well done.
Jeez and crow. Brian was forced to say, the jock of all people, don't fall into their evil trap. Yeah, so Brian of all people said the jock of all people. That's the key person to say it. So it's pretty wild that you guys succeeded. What?
What's this phrase? Is this like a thing?
Yeah, it's fanficky fun stuff that I don't need to jump into it right now.
Also, why is today like a special day? Like apparently this is a holiday or some
420.
sort, or like
It's,
some special day.
It's 420.
It's 420.
I don't understand.
That's the number.
It's
It's the number of people associated with weed.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I asked. Don't do drugs, kiddies.
Yeah, roasting some marshmallows, yeah.
I can't.
What Adam Katz is watching? We don't even know. Think about
Adam.
that. Yeah, hey
Do you
Adam.
like all the snaps I sent you?
You don't ever send me snaps. What are you doing, D?
Because you don't go on Snapchat.
I don't. I hate it.
Otherwise, I would send you all these funny videos I send Adam that freak him out. I find the funniest stuff.
Why do you find joy in hurting people? How do you do that?
I don't hurt people. I love
messing with Adam. I love messing with Brian.
Right, but messing with Brian is fun.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's funny.
But you gotta. The initial question was, why do you find it fun? And you're like, because I find it funny. It's like, you're repeating what I asked you. Just answer the question.
I don't know. Brian's rants are like honestly like the funniest thing.
And getting him to exert that effort is what you find funny.
I guess so. But Brian's on to me now, so unfortunately it doesn't work as often as
You gotta be stealthy. You gotta be careful. Come on, D. I thought you were a
I
professional.
know.
Okay, here we go.
Ready,
guys?
Ready.
guys?
Here we go. Yep. Here we go. Yep.
My name's Balloon and I love OJ. Yay. Was that audible?
Yes.
Enough.
Make it louder. It was a recording I did on my phone while I muted on Skype.
Ooh.
I didn't want to do it live
Fancy.
for fear of the voice being inconsistent.
Well, they're saying yay, so I think they liked it. They're asking if you met Clovis. That's the pinata behind me. He's a good boy.
I haven't met Clovis. How is he?
Clovis,
And who is he?
Clovis, he's been doing well. He's our room mascot. Actually, he's usually in the freezer. And people always ask, "What's a pinata doing in the freezer?" And I'm like, he chills.
Oh, is that really why you keep him in there?
We just like people reacting to seeing him in the freezer.
Free him. Okay.
We get that a lot. We get that a lot. Clovis rights, LGBT rights. You're right. Yes.
Can Clovis join the stream?
Clovis has joined the stream. There he is.
But he's
Right
just
there.
minding his own business. It's okay.
He should be in the thumbnail for this live stream. Maybe when it's over, it goes up. But like, when you do a live stream on your phone, it asks you to like pose for a screenshot for a thumbnail. but it hasn't come up yet. So maybe when it's over, it processes with that thumbnail. I don't know.
Right now, the thumbnail is you with your arm up, looking off into the distance.
I do that a lot, don't I? That's a very Justin thing. Arm up out of excitement, but also mysteriously looking off into the distance. Thinking. Yeah, so it's the duality of Justin, and I'm proud of it.
It's a very interesting duality.
I was just writing a script, in which I basically implement that. I have one of the lead characters, little kid, like 8 or 9 years old, 9 years old. He's strikes a pose. And he has like this muscle in one hand. He has no muscles, but muscle in one arm, but also thinking in the other. You got to construct that duality. And I'm like, haha, get it? It's like me, because I wanted to put together a spec that felt very Justin. I love writing. What?
People are telling me to scroll up, Justin, and I don't know why.
Let's see. What am I not supposed to be saying? Clovis Kin, maybe? Is that it? Pick of Pinata OC. Yeah, that all sounds correct. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sure.
Ooh, I have a question.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
What was the most emotional moment you ever had to voice act as Balloon? That's an interesting one. Two moments immediately come to mind. One of them is from a long time ago, from episode 6, when Balloon kind of opens up to Suitcase about why he acted the way he did in season 1. That was probably one of my favorite lines to voice. Also, partially because that was before my voice changed as much as it has now. Back when the Balloon voice was a lot easier for me to do. So that's one of the moments. It's also just a really important moment for Balloon as a character, I'd say. And the other moment that comes to mind is our Balloon's last words before he enters the portal. Just the thank you that he says.
I love that. I love that. It hits every time. I love him. I love him.
I remember I was in a call with, at least Brian was there. I don't know if you were there too, Justin, when I was recording that. Like, I was in a call with Brian.
I don't think I was in that.
And I was just saying thank you over and over again, like with different inflections, trying to get it, trying to nail just the many conflicting and competing emotions for that moment.
I don't think I was ever in a recording with you. I've been in recordings with Dee, with Brian, with Adam. I don't know if I've been in recordings with you, Ben. I record every time with Haley, voice of all my sisters.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but I don't.
Because if you don't mediate that, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, I went to record for Mike for 13. I had to go home for a weekend to be with her while recording. So, I mean, that's a fun family trip. I don't get to see them super often during the school year. So that is a good excuse to head on down. Spoiler alert, yes, Mike can confirm is in episode 13. Cheer or nay, whatever you'd like to do there. But yeah, I don't think I've been in a recording with you. I think I've been in recordings with Sam. I don't quite remember. Possibly. I must have at some points. But you also came in a little later, so there are less opportunities. You had one line in 4, and then you had 6 through 11. I still think it's good. Actually, the funny thing about the episode 4 one is I thought it was not to do with you specifically, but I thought it was super obvious due to differing microphone quality, like when your balloon starts feeding in. And I thought everyone was going to point it out, but 0 people did, at least at the time. Maybe since then. But like for the time where episode 4 was the newest episode, I don't think a single person pointed out that should we say the line, or should we have, if people don't know, let them figure it out themselves, or not potentially. We won't get it into their heads. Well, if you want to say.
Sorry, I just revealed it.
I was gonna say, because sometimes when there's like little not mistakes, I'm not gonna say that. When there are weird things that happen in the episode, sometimes people don't want to know because they don't want to think about it while watching the episode, and they would totally ignore it otherwise. So that's why I try to avoid those kinds of things. But then there are the opposite kinds of things that were unintentional, that people will point out all the time. Like Paper had a line in episode 16, 16 right, or 15 of season 1, where he goes, "I've caused you a lot of pain this morning," and people misinterpret that one and tell me all the time that they misinterpret that one. And maybe I'm the one that's been misinterpreting what it was meant to be. And maybe what everyone thinks it is what it is. Yeah.
Well, I mean, as much as I don't like how that line turned out in retrospect, I actually do owe a lot to that, because that's kind of how I came to be the balloon voice actor.
And we're
It's
all
because,
very happy.
like, if I hadn't filled in for that one line, like, it might not have happened.
Ooh.
And then you stuck around, and we love you. I mean, you would have anyway, because animation.
Well, yeah, I would have stuck around on the show, but I wouldn't have, like...
The
become
important
a
part
voice
is that you're my
actor.
friend, Ben. But anyone remember? Yep, that was a thing too. What's best paper? 2 people asked best paper moments, other than the one that Ness wrote down. I would say the entire episode 13 bout with evil paper. And although I acknowledge now that some aspects of it were problematic, I at the time at least, it was a very exciting conclusion to the arc that I was really excited about, despite the fact that while we were planning out that arc, and we had this ending in mind, not cartoon, oh well, I guess cartoon, Total Drama ended up doing a similar thing, and we were very, very upset about that. We were like, oh man, everyone's gonna think we stole from Total Drama, but this is what we wanted to do. This is and then we just ran with it anyway, because we're like, no, we're not letting another show mess with ours. So that was a rough sitch. But also I think that scene was like twice as long, and got very, very intimate with Paper and Evil Paper. But for back when we were animating an episode a month, it had to be cut down. That's just what you got to do. So yeah, and Mal's also bad rep. Like, I mean, not to say that Evil Paper was good rep, but Mal was pretty bad. Like, yeah. Although one was more PTSD and one was more multiple personality disorder. What's the proper terminology now?
DID.
Dissociative identity
That's
disorder.
it. Yes.
It is dissociative identity disorder.
Right. Yes. And that's what's commonly referred to now. Yeah. Okay. Just need that clarification.
I think. I mean,
You're right.
Terminology in the field is changing all the time as more understanding is gained.
Which is excellent. Evil Paper was written badly because Adam was like 13. Adam was
13.
15 at that point, I think. He started when he was 14, right? And then I think by episode 13 he would be... I think he would have just turned 15. Like, because episode 12 would be the month Adam... Yeah, episode 12 is the month where Adam turned 15. Yes, because that's April. And his birthday is, what, the 18th? I believe? Yes. I'm going to go yes. Probably got that right. What was I going to say after that? And I mean, he probably wasn't the only one writing that episode. I wasn't on the writing staff yet. I came on more around 15, 16. Brian was probably on. Maybe Taylor was on. I don't know. I don't know quite for sure. Paper is a good... Yeah. What words are you allowed to say on the internet? What are the rules of the internet, guys? Let me know. Meaning Ben and D.
The first rule of the internet: there are no rules.
Okay, that's a great
Second rule of the internet:
Okay.
do not post first in the comments of a video. That's just obnoxious.
It's gross. Yes. Third rule.
Okay. Third rule.
Yep.
Vine is life. There's the third rule.
Okay, sure. Vine is life. That's rule 3.
Yes. I made a rule.
Rule 4.
No spamming.
No spamming. Gross.
No spamming. Okay.
Unless
those are
it's
the 4 rules of the
funny.
internet. There they are.
The commandments have been spoken.
They're really easy.
Thank you for that, Ben. We appreciate you.
My favorite vine. Probably I am confusion. That's probably my favorite one at the moment.
Look at all those chickens. That one always makes me laugh.
I am confusion. America, explain. This is Kansas, but this is not Arkansas. What does this mean, Arkansas?
Paintbrush is wonderful because they were a character before the coming out scene, and being non-binary isn't just their personality, and it's handled so well. Yeah, I was really excited about giving Paintbrush this designation in a manner that doesn't redefine who they are. It just adds another layer to them, because Paintbrush, I think, is one of our better constructed characters. For my opinion, I do.
What do you know about Anatomy of Insanity anyway, Justin?
Yeah.
What's Puffball Speaker Box's line in season 2, episode 4? Nobody likes Anatomy of Insanity anyway.
Insanity anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining in there, D.
Yeah, but it was very important to us that we give Paintbrush justice while being able to have an episode that thematically explores them, despite not having them fully on screen to participate in that. Because we wanted that Lightbulb focus, but to branch out into what gives Lightbulb meaning on the show, and Paintbrush plays a really big part in that. And the coming out scene that went through a lot of drafts. And some people liked them, and some people didn't. And I acknowledge that everyone's gonna. Sorry, I'm happy with how it came out. And disagree in the comments below, and I'll fight you, but with fun, with the power of fun.
Are you gonna whack them with like the letters from the fun song from SpongeBob? Like what are you?
Just whack them with the letter C.
Well, how come?
So the purpose of that scene was to be able to talk about Paintbrush's feelings towards the subject of gender in a manner that feels very authentic to someone who wouldn't have the let's say the internet to their disposal to gather what other people think on the subject and understand the terminology. And I think it's important to be able to express the feeling of being this gender non-conforming person. And dig into the feeling rather than the culture surrounding it, because everyone could connect to the very specific feeling. Well, I guess specific's a weird word because a lot of people experience it differently, but it's this particular character's experience with the feeling rather than because a lot different cultures have different interpretations, and if you want to put labels on it, that designates it to a very specific culture. And I think that both takes away timelessness, which is also a tough road because I guess everything is not timeless in its own sense, but also takes away the universality even within this particular period of time. So I'm quite happy with how it came out. If anything, I would have enjoyed making the scene longer. But I can say that about every scene, I guess. Playing to the time is very tough, especially when it's a comedy show.
That's
it's
true.
Also a drama show.
The biggest challenge. A big thing I noticed.
Yeah.
A big thing I've noticed ever since I've been allowed to sit in on Inanimate Insanity scripting sessions.
He helped on the scene, by the
conforming
way.
to time constraints is pretty much the biggest writing challenge we have, because there's so much. There's so many characters. First of all, to begin with,
it's tough,
and there's so much we want to do with each of them, and we have to make time to tell jokes as well.
Yeah,
and we want to explore them thematically and tell the jokes.
I definitely push. I will admit, as a writer, what I'm always trying to improve myself is getting that levity in there. And when people are like, I is way too dramatic, I do take that as a hit because I do feel responsible for that, because I lean very, very heavy into just the drama and the discussion, whereas other people on the team have stronger strengths in the comedy writing. And I think everyone is well-rounded enough to be able to theoretically write an entire episode by themselves and get out well. But I think the fact that we all have specific abilities that are slightly stronger in one way or another, helps well round out as a full unit. But I am trying hard to improve my ability to balance in the comedy as well. Everyone's working at something, and also this much I feel like I've gotten a lot better on is when you have animation, you want to be able to construct something that is visually interesting as well. And I am so quick to just dialogue, because I love fascinating discussion, and that's something I deeply care about in or outside of media. But I with some scripting classes, I think I've done a lot better at feeling the need to integrate action, particularly into animated productions, because I mean dramas you can just feed into that talk. But comedy is still something I'm trying to work at. But Ben, you were discussing your time sitting in writers' rooms, which might I know, Ben also helped a lot on the calm down corner scene in episode 12. Don't let him sell himself short.
Well, no, in the calm down corner scene, I only animated it. I didn't write it.
You were there for discussions, aren't you, with me and Brian?
Yeah. I was there for like workshopping it a little bit.
Yeah, and you were doing a good job.
Nothing that I wrote ended up in the episode.
It's hard for me to account for who wrote what, but I'm gonna take your word for it. But you also did an excellent job, so feel good about being talented. Justin, what's your onion on the discourse? It's test tube lime or spinach flavored. I'm glad we just jumped to that. after
I don't understand the question.
Conversation.
What's your onion on the discourse, D? It's not that hard.
But I don't get it.
If they need opinion.
Oh.
Is test tube lime or spinach flavored? Why are we ignoring the obvious answer, which is that test tube is broccoli flavored?
Green flavored.
I thought she was mint flavored.
Well, that's just unscientific.
But she's a test tube.
She does sciencey things. So, do you think Knife would enjoy the movie Coco? That's a fascinating one.
Would enjoy it?
Maybe I'll take this.
Knife might think it's a little too cheesy, maybe.
I think Knife could appreciate the aesthetic. Knife could appreciate the theming in Lineage. Maybe he'll find it too sappy. I could agree with you there. But I think he could appreciate it for constructing its ethos. So no, that's ethics. Pathos. I'm looking for pathos. Yeah, no, I'd say he'd come out of it feeling overall positively. I'm gonna go. Yep. I can't see him disliking it. The only people that dislike it are Sarah and Sam doesn't dislike it. He only disliked the first half. It's just Sarah. So, as all II people know, Sarah.
Love her.
Famous for being the almost hay bale.
Yes, yes,
so
Sarah could have been
happy
hay bale. But Maddie did a great job. So what you gotta do?
For sure.
Awesome. Did you ever see Coco?
Nope.
D.
We're gonna put together a Kickstarter to get D to see Coco after this.
Ooh.
How's that
Donate
sound?
to the Kickstarter. Rewards include the satisfaction that D will have watched Coco.
Yeah. They're also gonna make a rant video when it's over. They're gonna make one video that's a rant video, and one video that's a praise video. And here's the thing: if D likes the movie, they're going to do the praise video, and Marshmallow's going to do the rant. But if D dislikes it, it's the reverse.
Okay, I want to see
If you
this.
donate $1, you'll get a picture of D watching the movie. If you donate $2, you'll get a 30-second clip of D watching the movie.
I'm just sitting there silent, eating popcorn. Like, what is this?
if you donate $3, you'll get one of those like 360-degree videos where you can like rotate your phone and you can like pretend you're watching the movie with me.
Hey, friend.
Donate $4.
You know how you watch movies and you could turn your head 360 degrees in the movie theater, just to sit in your seats.
Exactly.
I just throwing this out there. I want to keep the live stream going for just 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna call it a wrap.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to get in every single one of your questions immediately. Hurry!
If it's gonna be a rap, we did Lin-Manuel Miranda here.
All right. Getting to the questions.
No, I thought someone was gonna start rapping, so I'm a little disappointed. This is the worst 10 minutes yet. I'm kidding. I love you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I have a question.
Forgive you.
I have a question. We forgive you.
What is the meaning of life in your eyes?
I mean, meaning is such a personal perspective, right? I believe that there is no meaning, which is okay. I'm cool with that. You just gotta find your own personal meaning. You put yourself to use that you could find satisfying in your own personal way, which is fine. You should be embracing this fact that you could make your reality whatever you want it to be. And I think there's fun in that, and there's intrigue in that, and that's the cool thing. You learn about other people's purposes, and then you could hear something that you enjoy and remold your own, but you find something that works well for you, and you could do that, and you're awesome, and you can handle that. You got this.
Nice.
Anyone else have a perspective on meaning of life? Soup. That's a great one. And nah, that's another. I mean, nah's a very interesting one. It's apathy. It's good. I like it.
Well, it's not like I don't care about anything. I do care about things. It's just I don't know. I don't think there's one answer.
Yeah.
I think it's an answer you figure out for yourself. I think every individual comes up with it.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's what I'm feeling.
If the question was what's my personal perspective, then I'm still working on it.
Yeah, you have a lot of
I'll get
time.
back to you.
You have plenty of time to figure that out. No rush. So long as you are content with yourself, then there's no rush. But if you're not content with yourself, get to liking yourself. Hurry that up.
I'm working on it. I've been getting better.
I've noticed. You've been doing a good job, and I'm proud of you.
Yay.
Life's too gay. To let you treat the people down there just as coolly as you always treated me.
Am I the only one that didn't know that there was a reprise created for
Yes.
Life's Too Short?
Yes, we're the only one who didn't know.
That's it makes me so mad. It's so pretty.
So desperate to be loved that I only ever thought of me. Yeah, that's a good song. I dig it. I prefer the original. I think that the original Life's Too Short is the best Frozen song, which is unfortunate because it's not actually in the movie. I do really enjoy it though.
Do you think anything in the new Broadway Frozen musical could possibly top it?
Am I a monster?
I've only listened to the three songs that you shown me. Do you remember what the names were? It was Monster. It was the Anna.
Dangerous to Dream is my favorite of the ones that have been released.
That one
online
and
so
the
far.
Anna Kristoff one. And
I did not like that one.
I'm okay with the songs. I just none of them particularly stand out to me in giving like additional insight into the characters that I didn't really gather already from just movie viewing experience personally. But I think they're good songs. Although I'm also a little worried about the Anna and Kristoff one because I think it hits a romantic vibe in a way that, I mean, again, I'm compared to the movie, and the Broadway show has a lot to be its own thing. But I think it hits on romantic vibes in a way that that the movie did really well skirting around. Well, no, actually, no, that wasn't my biggest problem. I remember my biggest problem with that song was that, spoiler alert for Frozen, I guess, which I get, it's an old movie by this point. Old in quotation marks, italics. it makes it, I think, a little too obvious that Anna is in the wrong mindset with Hans. That's because that the whole song is like, no, Anna, you're an idiot. Whereas in the movie, it's a little more vague up until the big twist later on. So that was my issue with that song that I forgot about until this moment. But the other two songs that I brought up, definitely strong songs in their own right. But again, I feel like it's just saying a lot of what we know already, which I not a bad thing. Just I want to get something new out of this new interpretation of the show.
I really also am upset because they said a long time ago that they were going to put the fan requested "Do you want to build a snowman?" reprise into the show.
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good. It would be good to have a wrap up one. Oh, what?
We didn't get it. The fans told them they wanted two things: life's too short, and want to build a snowman reprise, and they did neither. Sad.
Well, we can't end the live stream on a sad note. JayBud has evolved into J-Flower. See, that's a happy note to end on.
I feel like we didn't get very far in our lightning round.
Yeah, that's okay. I think we had a fun time, and that's what matters. We appreciate the viewers, and maybe they appreciate us back, but no pressure on that.
We love you guys so much.
All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up, okay, guys?
It was fun.
Cool.
A lovely time. Thank you. I was about to say Brian, but he's not here anymore. Should I have noticed that? Should I have realized that? Who's to say?
His replacement.
Ooh.
Well, I
Your
mean,
man, Brian.
if it's a ladder, then D was the initial replacement, but set up ahead of time. But
What?
yeah, D. Did you not notice? Come on.
Oh my gosh.
This is Justin, and you're heckin' watching Disney Channel.
You gotta draw the thing in the air. You gotta draw the Mickey Mouse here.
It's dun dun dun. Alright, this has been a live stream, everyone. My name has been Justin.
My name has been being in the process of being Ben.
And my name is Dee, currently.
And we love you guys, and we are heckin' signing off. This has been a Jay and Ben and D production. A little bit, Brian. Doesn't matter too much. Song, everybody.